let's just get right into it. I've never been so perplexed. I'm just gonna start off with saying, I've never been so perplexed by the inclusion than by the inclusion of Emilie. And I know we're starting with a hot take off the gate. It's fine. It's whatever. But, I mean, you literally have this person, this 5-star unit, that everybody, unless you cared about other Fontaine characters' voice lines, doesn't know exists. And she's a 5-star nonetheless. And then she has this whole water and plant aesthetic. And yet her meta main team to be good with is burning? I don't know. I don't know how a character debut could have flopped worse than maybe Dia's. And I know that's a hot take, but it's fine. We're getting into it. I realize we're still in Natland, but it's fine. Hello, how are we doing today? I'm tired. I've been tired consecutively for the past, like, 6 days, and I'm not too sure what to do about it. My only goal for today is to get through this quest and to do all the bullshit for the limited event, which I try to stay blind to most things, but on this one, I started on my second account, and when I realized that it was not a voiced quest, I realized I did not have to care as much about it significantly. But it's fine, because we still have Emilie to get to. Hooray! Which, oh, whoops. Neglected ass Kaya once again. So today we're going back to France. We're going back to Genshin, France. Wait. Why the hell are we starting in Port Ormos? I thought... Are we not? Unless somehow this is Kave's mom, but I feel like that would have made much bigger waves across the community, so I doubt it. But no, between her kit versus her marketing, her inclusion at all, it still reads as very strange to me. And I'm not too sure how I feel about it still. So I guess we'll go find out if her story's any good. I don't even think I saw, like, Sayu or anybody play her story. And I could have just missed it. I can only be online so much. But I did not see fucking anybody cover her story. And I'm like, man, she just really wasn't that wanted of a character. Does anyone have the numbers for how much she got pulled or anything? Because there's no way it was high. Like, there's no way. I don't even remember who she was run with. I'm gonna be honest. You know what? This quest is already a get, considering we start with Tainori.
I thought I told him to spray it with water to retain moisture before applying the film.
Oh god, he's being nerdy! Girl, me too.
You can't treat a glaze lily like a cactus. If Sanjay does this again, the loss will have to come out of his food expenses.
Get his ass! Fuck, you done fucked up, Sanjay!
I'll go talk to him. At this rate, he won't even be able to afford eating cacti for much longer.
Man, let me tell you though, with how much we've been moving around, I forgot how much I think Port Ormos is still my favorite fucking music. I'm gonna be honest. Fucking vibes.
Hi,
Oh yeah, hi, furry.
It's you two. It's been a while. What brings you to Port Ormos?
We didn't have anything to do, and this place looked pretty lively, so we decided to stop by.
They got the knackweed.
What's with all the flowers around here?
Well, Port Ormos is currently organizing a flower exhibition featuring flowers and plants from all over Teyvat. So I came to help out.
Aww,
The exhibition
thanks, buddy.
includes flowers from every corner of the world, each with their own unique properties and needs. With that in mind, the curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar capable of retaining heat and moisture.
But
Even so, an expert is still required to develop tailored transportation and care plans for each type of flower.
damn.
Oh, and that expert is you, right?
Not this time, no. I'm just here to help out. The expert in charge is someone else.
It's the titular
Mr.
character.
Sanjay, he confused the poisonous bulbs with garlic shoots, and he ate them.
Who the fuck hired Sanjay? If he's this bad, how do you confuse poisonous bulbs with garlic shoots? How? Sir?
Never mind. Forget about what I said about the food expenses.
Yeah, he's fucked. Dude, he's dead.
Apologies, Traveler, Paimon. Looks like I've got something to take care of. I'll be back in just a moment.
Oh, you're such a dad and you don't even know it.
Tighnari's busy no matter where he is, huh?
On God. You know he's even busier whenever he leaves the fucking forest. Too many people don't do as they're told.
Yeah,
You
seems
right?
like it. Some people just need supervision.
Like you, Paimon.
Well, looks like Tighnari might be busy for a while. Let's take a look around the port in the meantime.
Oh, it's my favorite. I love walk around simulator. Floral debt blood dew? Huh? Actual sleeper hit? I doubt it. We all know.
Wow, look at these flowers! They smell so...
Okay, but that fox is an establishing shot. Okay. Okay. Dummy.
Huh?
Damn! Her first look and it's the thighs? Oh my god, Paimon. Bestie, baby girl.
Fine. She's just got a little...
Allergies. Damn, that last one sounded fucking real. Core, are you okay?
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilia's? No wonder.
Uh-huh.
It's getting worse. Why?
Maybe you're sick. Sick of all these fucking flowers.
But, the hive I was fine just a moment ago. She didn't even eat anything.
Man, allergy Paimon is not what I thought I would be listening to today. I'm gonna be honest.
A moment of your time, you two? If it's not too much trouble, perhaps you could try this incense.
Hello? Are you... Okay, I know you're the character. But that sounded real Slim Shady.
Incense? Oh, the scent is so nice. Wait!
Fuck, you're normal now.
Whoa, that was fast. Paimon doesn't have to sneeze anymore.
Must have been this incense laced with so many drugs. Thank you.
Think nothing of it. From your attire, I imagine you two aren't from Sumeru either.
Either. But you sound exactly the same.
Seen as we're
As
both
everybody.
travelers from abroad, it's only right that we help each other out should the occasion arise.
That is a very weird texture mark to focus on.
Oh, so you're here for the flower exhibition too?
Love that they keep covering her face like we don't know what the fuck it looks like.
I suppose that's accurate. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Emilie, a perfumer from Fontaine.
Man, she doesn't even put a little French in it. Emilie. No, it's just my name's Emily. There's 5 of me in your elementary school class right now. Like, huh?
Thank you so much for your help just now. Oh, and this is...
Say it.
The Traveler, right? I've heard a lot about you from the Steambird. It's nice to finally put a face to the name.
Put a face to the name. Doesn't Charlotte take like 20 like photos of me? What do you mean? Although I didn't expect to run into you in Sumeru. Yeah. The flowers make sense, but also, huh? Also, I do agree with a lot of the fandom. The voice doesn't really match. I feel like it should be like, it feels like Sucrose 2 for some reason.
What happened back there? Why did Paimon start sneezing all of a sudden?
Because you're allergic to all those specific types of plants, Paimon. Get with the program.
Have you ever heard of hay fever?
Hay fever? Wait! Not more real illnesses coming into Genshin. Hello, Spooky. How are you?
To put it simply, When inhaled,
Apparently,
certain
Paimon got
pollens
hay
can
fever.
trigger abnormal physical reactions.
But Paimon has seen these kinds of flowers before and nothing weird happened then.
Ah, we've made them into a concentrated scent beam specifically to fuck you over.
Well, we're all different. The factors that can trigger a reaction to certain stimuli vary by person. In isolation, the effects of certain pollens may seem minimal, but inhaling various types at once can trigger a more overt reaction.
Uh-huh.
There's no need to worry. Pollen allergies can be effectively mitigated with the use of medication.
What the hell? Uh-huh. You right. God, there's two nerds I've talked to today. First Tainari, now this. You have started new job. Congrats. I hope it works out better than previous job.
Oh, well, that's
Shimkim. Oh, so they did hire you. I thought they had bad vibes. Like, they were kind of like, whatever. But I'm glad you have job.
Traveler, Paimon,
There's the other nerd!
is everything all right? I left in such a hurry, I forgot to warn you about all the pollen in the air.
Yeah, Paimon got a bit fucked up. But we got help.
Emilie? Ah, what a coincidence. Looks like my worry was misplaced then. The Traveler
Wait.
and Paimon are in good hands.
Emilie is Tainari's height? I thought she had a taller model.
It was nothing, really. We happened to run into each other shortly after my arrival, and I offered them a bit
Wait.
of help, that's all.
It's better than the other jobs that have called you back. I mean, that's fair.
I'm more curious as to why you thought the Traveler and Paimon were in danger. Allergies are highly unpredictable. If you were concerned the pollen might trigger a reaction, that must mean something similar has happened in the past.
No, those were specific get high pollens. Don't worry about it, Emilie. Don't worry.
Remember the first time we met?
Oh,
Well,
what
thank
is
you for healing
this? This is cute. They're all concerned. Oh, he's so determined. Oh, I love him. I love the furry man. God, and there's even guest starring Kale, because something tells me she's not going to be in this quest. Hell yeah. The first time we met, you fainted. Yeah, because it was the very famous Get High. Fucking Get High bullshit.
The spirit borneal didn't affect Paimon at all, and now she's the one suffering. It makes no sense.
Well, it's almost like you're getting your comeuppance, Paimon.
It's not really something you can make sense out of, Paimon. There are all kinds of allergies out there, caused by a variety of different factors.
Ipsy.
Some people are even allergic to almonds. It's not something you
Almonds.
can generalize.
He said almonds. I thought he said onyx. I was like, we're talking about rocks now? Fucking the Pokemon? No, almonds. Okay. Mr. Gordon, please.
Exactly. I even encountered a case in Fontaine where someone had an allergic reaction to soba noodles their family brought back from Inazuma.
Whoa.
Not the soba
Good thing Paimon
noodles.
isn't allergic to anything delicious.
Man, what an engaging conversation about allergies. Go to the doctor, people.
In a manner of speaking, although you could say the patients I deal with are rather unusual.
Hot?
In addition to medicine, Emilie is also very knowledgeable about botany. She's taught me a lot about the native flora around Fontaine.
Yeah, because flower
And
into
that's where
perfume.
my
That makes
expertise
sense.
ends, I'm afraid. When it comes to breadth of knowledge, Tainari certainly comes out on top.
It's because he's a pompous ass graduate. He's got a bunch of shit in his brain, all from the books. He got that degree.
A flower expert? Oh, Paimon's got it! You must be the expert Tainari mentioned, the one in charge of the exhibition!
God.
Wrong again, I'm afraid.
Well, I did come for the exhibition,
Huh?
but only to inquire about the Auguste variety. I'm not involved in any official capacity.
Oh, Paimon was sure she got it right this time.
I didn't think that would be said as Auguste. I didn't think Auguste was right either. I also don't think August is correct. I don't know what to do with this word, I'm gonna be honest.
It's a kind of flower that was once popular in Fontaine. The perfume made
Fontaine.
from it also bears the same name, Auguste.
Auguste.
Auguste, huh? That's
We're gonna go
not
find a
easy to hear often
goose.
Nowadays.
In an ancient language, the word is said to mean sacred or noble.
In an
It
ancient
sometimes
language
used
called
as a name for
Latin.
people as well. Ah, that reminds me. Are you familiar with
It's
the
also-
historical event
don't
in
think it's
Fontaine known
it's
as
Latin.
Perfume Mania?
That. No. Man, how come everything in Fontaine is like really historical and bullshit?
Was an event that occurred in Fontaine nearly 20 years ago.
That's historical? Just 20?
It all started when
Oh.
several merchants released their own lines of high-end, expensive perfumes, marketing them as must-have luxury products, the very symbol of elegance itself.
Is it like
No
Black
one
Friday?
anticipated the absolute frenzy this would create on the market, causing the price of perfumes to skyrocket.
Are they okay? Jesus.
The demand was twofold. What some saw as a status symbol, most saw as a money-making opportunity. You could take advantage of the soaring price by hoarding them and reselling.
Oh god, not the resale plot line. Please.
So inflated, regular bottles of perfume were even going for hundreds of thousands of mora. This resulted in countless disputes and scams. But at the end of the day, perfume is just perfume. The market
You heard it
value
here
greatly
first.
exceeded
The
intrinsic
scent
worth of
water
the
is just
creating
the
an
scent
economic
water.
bubble that
Oh
was
yeah, no
never going to
fucking
last.
shit, Emily. Jesus. It isn't. Okay. I will give it credit. Perfume and luxury selling and stuff like that, beauty stuff. It's an interesting point of topic. I just don't think it is for a fantasy game.
Luckily, the Palais Mermonia recognized the danger and intervened before the craze could truly spread. Many profiteers and scammers were thrown in jail as a result.
Could you imagine having to deal with Ridesley because you fucking because you tried to sell some perfume for 10 times the price? Jesus.
In the end, only a few wealthy families were affected when the bubble popped.
That's good. It really could have been a lot worse. Are you sure, Lumine? I mean, it probably could have been, but like, how much worse could it have gotten?
What does all this have to do with that Auguste you mentioned earlier?
Well, during the craze, the most popular perfume was none other than Auguste. The demand far exceeded the supply, to the point where it once sold for 10 million mora a bottle.
Jesus!
10 million? Then what about now?
Paimon, the flower doesn't fucking exist anymore. Well, it does, obviously. That's why we're
After the
here,
mania
but...
ended, most perfumes returned to a normal price. Auguste was the only exception. Its namesake, the flower used to create it, went extinct. As a result, no new bottles of Auguste have been made, and the
Uh-oh.
value of the perfume remains exceedingly high.
Flower went
Indeed.
extinct.
The Auguste flower was not a natural variety, you see. It was specially cultivated for use in perfume making. When the bubble popped, all the flower beds used for its cultivation were destroyed in a fire.
What the fuck?
The variety has never been seen since.
They set fire to their August supply!
Didn't you say you came to the exhibition to look
Sheriff, I found another one!
Ah, yes. I came to investigate a certain rumor that the Auguste flower has reappeared in Sumeru. It's causing quite the stir in the Fontaine perfume market.
And we're gonna steal it so that you can make millions of mora?
Traveler, we should help Emily look for it.
Hell yeah, evil capitalist mode, go! And there's no way it's that easy to
I have
find.
to agree. Emily wrote me to ask if I could look into the rumor, but the forest rangers haven't received any reports of new plant species recently.
Even if I can locate the flower,
Man, Tainari is
I'm
just so
afraid
nice.
You'll be disappointed, Paimon. I don't have any grand mora making endeavors planned.
Damn.
Divine, noble, one of a kind. All beautiful sentiments to be sure, but to me, they overshadow the very essence of the product.
Girl, your nipples
comes
are
to
all the
perfume,
way
I
out,
want people to
except for
forget
the
the
little
price and
white thing
prestige
covering them.
and focus on
What the
beauty of
fuck?
fragrance
There's no
itself.
way you're allowed to wear that in
Wow,
public.
So noble.
Of course, there's also a more practical reason. In recent years, low-grade counterfeit versions of Auguste have been popping up on the Fontaine perfume market.
Well, of course they
Every
have.
so
They want the
often, someone will claim to have
money.
recreated the unique scent of Auguste, and the rumor mill will start comparing the counterfeits to my own work.
Okay, that's more like the reason Paimon had in mind.
Ever
No,
since the
Paimon,
rumors
evil
started,
capitalism!
brand new
Please!
perfumes claiming to be made from the Auguste flower have appeared on the market. If I can dispel the fanaticism surrounding Auguste, even just by proving the rumor to be false, Fontaine's perfume market can finally start to get back to normal.
Until someone else starts another
Then I'll be
rumor,
free
and
from all the
man.
stories and added meaning, and just focus on making what I like.
Honestly,
That makes sense.
if your entire market can be destabilized by a couple rumors, you are not secure in that market whatsoever. Yeah, we can help you
Oh, I
out.
would, of course, be
Even if it's
grateful
not for
your
the
help, but
Mora.
I wouldn't want to trouble you.
It's fine.
Well,
We are
you
so
guys
used to
are
being
both
troubled.
members
Quests be
of the Red,
damned!
so it's only right that we help each other out.
I suppose
So
you're right.
we're helping her out because she's also
Then
not
you have
from
my
here?
thanks.
That
Based on the information I have
strange-
so
feels
far,
strangely
it's
targeted,
unclear if the
Paimon.
rumor is true. Mr. Edgar also thinks it's too early to say.
well, fuck
But we could
Mr.
always go
Edgar
talk
and
to
what he
him.
thinks.
He was there all those years ago, after all. Maybe he'll know something.
Huh,
Bet you he
I was
won't.
just about to pay him a visit at the hotel.
Edgar?
Who's Edgar?
The person you've been trying to guess this whole time. The flower expert in charge of the exhibition. He's
Aww.
also the most respected and experienced perfumer in the area. Back when he was still working in Fontaine, Auguste was his creation.
Okay, you know what?
I
Damn,
should
that would
also
make him an
mention
expert,
he was
wouldn't
my
it?
teacher, the one who taught me the basics of perfumery when I apprenticed in Sumeru.
Man, Sumeru's just hip and hopping, let me
This
tell
guy
you.
was a famous perfumer in Fontaine, but then he came to
Tainari.
Sumeru to teach people from Fontaine? It sounds confusing.
It's a long story.
Tainari.
If you're interested, we can talk more about it
Hey.
when you see him. He should be staying near
Hey,
the hotel.
buddy. I talk to you now.
I need to stay back and keep an eye on things here at the port.
No, come with
If something
me.
happens, don't hesitate to find me.
No, you should come with me. Hey, gang, it's okay. It's fine. If you won't come with me, I'll
lead the way.
make you. You're the main character for this now. Alright. Oh. They are not that far away. I thought for some reason it was going to be all the way back in Sumeru City. I'm like, where else is a hotel? Obviously. It's around here. Man, this place fucks.
Keep up.
Poor Ormos over the academia. Any day. Hey, elevator. Hey. Hey, elevator. You come pick me up, please? Thank you. Yay! Woo! Hooray! I've been cutscened! Fuck! Can't wait to sit here for another 10 minutes.
Look at all the flowers!
Apparently, the exhibitor paid a large sum to rent out the hotel and surrounding buildings. They're being used as temporary storage facilities and lodging for exhibition personnel.
I mean, if he can pay the money, I don't see a problem with it. And as long as the staff fucking knows what's going on. Oh my god, so... My boyfriend's parents, they own a B&B, right? And we've had someone stay at the B&B. And they were there for, like a wedding. Like, it was there for, like, a bride and groom, right? And it was for, like, them to stay after their wedding. They didn't tell us they were going to be prepping fucking flowers in the dining room. And that they were going to be fucking, like, rude about it and leave, like, stems and flower stuff everywhere. That wasn't very fun to clean up. It's like, guys, can you learn? Like, look, I know a lot of B&Bs have, like, very, like, weird rules and stuff like that. But at least clean up after your flower petals. We don't got weird rules like that. Just don't destroy the house. It's not that hard.
Yeah, what if guests come early? They won't have anywhere to
Scusi.
stay. Also, renting out this big of a hotel, how are they gonna make that more of that?
God, they rented out an entire Marriott. It's called They're Already Rich, Paimon. They're not worried about making it all back. Damn.
It's been so long. I almost didn't recognize you, Edgar.
This is like running into like the Bath and Body CEO, except they actually give a shit.
Well, you and your brother haven't changed a bit. Oh, yeah. Okay. All this catching up is nice and all, but let's get down to business.
To defeat
We need to talk about Kyria.
the Huns.
Is he?
Hold on.
To
We have
defeat
guests.
It's nice
Kyria.
to see you again, Master.
Emily,
Bye-bye.
is that you? Oh, it's been years. Look at you. You're all grown up.
Wait, when was the last time you
I
saw
thought you've
her?
become quite the famous perfumer in Fontaine. It would seem the student has surpassed the master.
Oh, well, it's all thanks to your mentorship.
Yeah, this is great and all, but
Hardly. I taught you the basics. Hearing you call me master, well, I'm not sure I'm deserving of that title.
okay, but fucking Lumine and Emily right next to each other, they look like fucking siblings, okay? Emily's hair is a little lighter, but literally, copy fucking pasted. Jesus.
I've taught many students here in Sumeru over the years, but I've yet to see one turn out quite as accomplished as you. You're the
Damn.
only one who can take credit for that success. And who are these two? I don't recall you mentioning them. in
Hi,
your
we
letter.
met today.
They're my new friends, the Traveler and Paimon.
Pleased to meet you. I've saved Sumeru from your Akasha bullshit.
Emily's friends. Well then, the pleasure is all mine.
Emily has friends. How fucking weird.
And these two gentlemen? Are they friends of yours, Master?
Promise?
Of course. We're perfume merchants from Fontaine.
Yeah, you sure fucking look like it,
I'm
buddy.
Ood, and this here is my younger brother, Blaze. Edgar and the two of us are old friends. Isn't that right, gentlemen?
Why do you have mafia vibes?
Merchant brothers?
You must be here to look for the August flower then.
Paimon, shut the fuck up!
Huh?
Well, what respectable perfume merchant hasn't heard of a goose? Anyone in the business would be interested in the rumors.
Paimon.
I'm guessing you're here for the same reason, Emily. We were just about to get into it, so you three might as well join in.
Hooray! Now we're a group
I
project.
commissioned a few Eremites to do some scouting for me. They searched all over Sumeru, but there were no sightings of the August flower.
Then why are we worried about it?
That being said, there are people in Port Ormos who claim to have smelled a unique fragrance on the streets. Definitely floral, but still distinct. Some of them were merchants who lived in Fontaine 20 years ago. According to them, the fragrance smelled exactly like the August they remember from back then.
There we go.
A
I just wanted some popcorn.
divine and noble scent.
Maybe someone around here just happens to have a bottle of August from back then.
That perfume would smell
No,
so
I don't think
bad.
so. I doubt that's the case. Even if someone had a bottle that was never opened, the fragrance of the perfume would have changed over time.
Mm-hmm.
Very few perfumes can go decades without a change in scent.
I bought a new lotion the other day. This is surprisingly topical. I bought a new lotion the other day, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm all out of room to put this new lotion. I should probably get rid of some old ones." And the amount of lotion I had that was like bad. Go through your perfumes and your lotions, kids. Don't let the
August
mold
is
grow.
more prone to that kind of shift. Only a few bottles still exist in Fontaine, and their scent would have completely degraded by now.
That's what I was saying.
Although, could there be a flower out there with a similar fragrance? Or in accord with the same base notes?
A ghost
Impossible.
adjacent.
If a goose were that easy to replicate, it would never have sold for such a high price all those years ago. The goose flower is back. It has to be.
Technically speaking, the scent
Then
wouldn't
find it,
be
Blaze.
impossible to imitate.
Do it, you won't.
Well, let's table that question for now. Edgar, did any of those people mention where the scent was coming from?
No. By the time they realized they had smelled something, the scent was already gone. If I hadn't asked about it, they probably wouldn't have given the experience a second thought.
I mean, honestly, hearsay is already super unreliable, and now you're trying to do scent hearsay? Fucking impossible. Jesus.
Compared to things we see and hear, smells can be much easier to overlook.
It almost sounds like someone wearing the August fragrance passed them on the street.
Yeah. So who was it? Who
What?
done it?
Are you saying
Just thinking out loud. Don't pay me any mind.
Uh-oh.
We don't have much to go off of right now, but we can't rule out that possibility. I'll send some more people to investigate.
There is also to consider the fact that the nose is reliable for memory recall when dealing with scents, but your brain still has to remember the scent, and if your brain warps the scent, then you're funkied.
You all traveled so far to be here. Why don't you rest in the hotel for a bit? Ood, Blaze, this is the key to your room.
Hey, who put you in charge of that? Shouldn't they go to, like, the hotel staff to do that?
Oh, you've got the keys to the rooms? Do we get free lodging too?
What the fuck, Paimon?
My apologies. All the rooms in the hotel are accounted for, I'm afraid. Most are being used for storage ahead of the exhibition, you see. I managed to tidy up one of the rooms for these two at the last minute, but by the time Emilie wrote to me, there was no more space left for her to stay.
Much less her two fucking friends.
We just showed up out of the blue. Guess that means there's definitely no space for us.
We have a teapot, Paimon. I think we'll
I
live.
should have been more considerate. Here I am with an entire hotel at my disposal and no place to offer you to stay, even after you made the trip all the way to Sumeru.
Well, how are you divvying up your fucking storage? Are you just giving one plant per room? Like, I'm sure there's a way to get this figured out, Mr. Edgar.
Don't worry, Master. I can sleep on the boat tonight. Or I could even camp in the wild. It would give me the opportunity to collect some plant specimens while I'm here in Sumeru.
I'll come with you. We also have a teapot.
Even better.
Just saying, you don't have to rough it,
Although,
babe.
Would it be possible for me to leave some of my luggage here? It would be rather cumbersome to take it camping. It shouldn't take up too much space.
It's gonna take up all the
Well,
space.
About that.
What are y'all so smug about? They don't want anyone to stay near the hotel, but they're also not trying to arouse suspicion. He's like, fuck, she's noticing.
Of course, no trouble at all. My brother and I will keep an eye on them for you, as long as you don't mind, mademoiselle.
All right then. Ood, why don't you take Emilie inside and find a suitable place for her luggage? I'll prepare some refreshments and join you in a bit.
You guys are being sussy. Those are our sussy boys.
I'm sorry I couldn't offer you a room.
You don't seem that sorry about
It's
it.
all right, Master. I know it was sudden.
I'll be sure to make it up to you with a nice cup of tea.
A cup of tea. A cup of tea in exchange for spending the night in the wilderness? I don't think a cup of tea is gonna suffice my gamer. Better need to be a new fucking tent. Enter the hotel. Enter Edgar's room? Am I gonna go snooping while they're getting Emilie set up? Girl, I hope so. Every time travelers like, ooh, they're sussy. You know they're sussy. What the fuck? I sit. Was this not the hotel? Is that just his room? There's a different entrance somewhere? Instead of in front of the door we were at? I don't know. That seems like poor planning to me, I'm gonna be honest. While I just barricade past this fuck directly into his room. I know you have secrets! Give them to me! Damn, homie's got his own house right next to the whole hotel? Okay. Pop off. Also, dude, your room had, like, no kitchen whatsoever. Even Al-Haytham's house is better. Oh. So much plant.
Whoa, the smell of flowers is so strong. Didn't Edgar say he tidied up around here? There's still so many flowers. Hyman took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers. Looks like this exhibition is gonna be huge.
Took a peek through the window. Bestie, we went into his room! Do all perfumers have houses filled with flowers? No, their workshops are. Don't be silly.
No, that's a florist thing. We work closely with the essential oils of various plants, But to maintain a sharp sense of smell, most perfumers prefer to keep their homes free of strong odors.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
We're more
There's just too much to
minimalists.
store for the exhibition then.
What's behind that door?
Oh, this room seems to be a connected suite, and my brother will be staying on the other side of the suite. Blaze, while you're out, why don't you bring our luggage over as well?
You have big burly muscles. Hello?
Dun, 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 dun.
Blaze!
What was that? What the fuck was that? Sir?
Yes, of course.
Is that just a little
Alright then.
toad left
Wait
over
a
the
minute,
recording
Captain Luggage,
booth?
Mademoiselle. Blaze will go fetch it for you.
It's still at the port. In addition to some daily necessities, there's also a case of amber wine that I brought back from Fontaine. Could I trouble you to bring that back as well? It would be the perfect way to repay you for your hospitality.
For you to carry the own wine you get to drink.
How generous. I should thank you on my brother's behalf. You stumbled upon his weakness. He's aloof about
Yes,
most
it
things,
is.
but alcohol is his one true love.
You sure humming isn't?
Is that so?
Amber wine, that's a Fontaine specialty I've never heard of before.
Mr. Ood, Mr. Blaze, thanks for...
Oh?
Hey! What are you doing?
What the fuck?
That's Master's voice.
Is he getting fucking mugged? Please say yes. Part of me also really hopes it's air. It's just Dia kicking the shit out of him. You didn't pay, dummy. You detect a unique fragrance.
Master!
Hey, Edgar. Are you all right? Can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Who did this?
Kyria. August.
Oh? Is he fucking dead?
Kyria.
Hey, Edgar? Edgar!
Oh,
No,
he...
don't shake him. He's injured. Just leave him to me. You two can...
Yep, got it.
Oh, thank you.
We got this.
Skin is flushed, pupils are dilated, but he's still breathing.
There's a bottle right next to him,
Strange
though.
smell around here. Is it coming from this bottle?
Probably, Paimon. Very astute of you. Only a small amount of liquid is left inside the bottle, and streaks of residue can be seen on both the mouth and sides of the vessel. It seems like someone forcibly poured out whatever was inside the bottle.
Oh, really?
It's a cool-ass bottle, let me fucking tell you.
Do you think whoever did this was hiding in the flowers before they attacked Edgar?
There are no footprints in the flower beds, but it doesn't look like any of the branches... Wait, then why are we checking out the flower beds? Is that just a red herring?
Keep up.
And what about you guys, huh?
I checked. It doesn't look like anyone passed through here.
Except that fucker over there on the bridge! Get him!
Oh, but that's impossible. It's not like that kid can just grow some wings and fly away.
That kid?
Oh, the culprit, I mean. It's not like the culprit could have just disappeared into thin air.
Okay, this is the second time they've mentioned Kyria. I really think Traveler could have put something together about that. Like, I'ma just be honest. Come on, guys. It was Tainari!
Well, we looked all over, but the only clue we found was that bottle.
Which is still... funky.
The most important thing we can do now is focus our efforts on treating Master. Can you help me move him inside?
I can deadlift him. I got him. Fucking... Yep. I keep forgetting that I turned off the hand movements for my model, and it makes me sad.
So, how's he doing?
Terribly, he's on the verge of collapse.
When I administered emergency treatment, I discovered a residue in his nose and mouth. Master was most likely forced to ingest a certain liquid.
What the
He's
fuck?
still unconscious, and inducing vomiting could obstruct his airways. We'll have to look into other clues for now.
We found this bottle.
Ah, yes. The scent is the same, but the chemical composition is still unclear. We'll have to do further tests to determine if it's the same liquid and how toxic it is to the human body.
Man, in broad
But
fucking
first,
daylight too.
I
That's
do believe
crazy.
There are two people who could shed some light on the situation.
Oh.
Mr. Sylvain, Mr. Lucien.
Fake ass names.
Wait, you know?
You're from Fontaine, you dumbasses. So is she.
Were you talking to us, mademoiselle? I'm afraid we'd never heard of those names before.
Before arriving in Sumeru, I asked a friend from the Special Patrol to look into the creators of Auguste.
Oh.
There were 4 people in total. The perfumer, Edgar, the one thrust into the limelight, and 3 others. A researcher from Sumeru responsible for cultivating the Auguste flower, and 2 merchant brothers responsible for promoting the product on the market.
Uh-oh.
The 2 brothers capitalized on the mythos surrounding Auguste. Their actions lured in numerous speculators and profiteers, inflating the price of Auguste even further.
Damn.
In the end, they were sent to the Fortress of Meripede for falsifying their accounts and destabilizing the market. If you do the math, they should be out of prison by now.
And look who made their way all the way back to Sumeru.
And what does that have to do with us? There are countless merchant families in Fontaine.
In Fontaine, hell yeah.
Every time your brother
You
calls
exercise your
Blaise,
rights,
it took you
brother.
several seconds to respond, but when I called you Lucien just now, the name registered immediately.
Ah, Miss Emilie, out of respect for your position as a famous perfumer in Fontaine, I'm inclined to believe that was simply a poor attempt at humor. You have a bright future ahead of you. You wouldn't want to develop a reputation as someone who throws around false accusations, especially among merchant circles.
And what's the problem with you being one of those duders, huh?
You claim to be regular perfume merchants, and yet, when I brought up amber wine, you took it to be alcohol.
Oh.
What?
Yep, it's not.
Amber wine is a perfume I created several years ago. It wasn't particularly renowned, but I'm certain any respectable perfume merchant in Fontaine would know of it. Unless, until recently, they were living somewhere completely cut off from the perfume world. Somewhere like the Fortress of Meripede, perhaps?
Damn.
Emily, you little.
Hey. I have a sword and a paimon, and I'll throw one of them at you. Oh shit!
Don't misunderstand.
Get her
Mr.
ass,
Sylvain. I
Lumine.
don't bring this up to criticize you.
His
no
ass.
Matter what
Get
happened
their
all
ass.
those years ago, the court has already passed its judgment. But Master's life is in danger. We need to learn whatever we can about the person who has done this.
We don't
If
give a
Master's
fuck
attack
about your
had something
criminal
to do with
history.
Auguste, I would imagine the 2 of you might also be in danger. So I'd like to trouble you for some information, if I may. Tell me about Kyria.
Yeah,
Fine, as you wish.
dumbasses, y'all keep whispering names.
Lucien, if this will help us
Yeah.
find Kyria, then it will be all worth it. Besides, we've already told most of the stuff to the Maison Orderly anyway.
To the maison.
You were right, Miss Emilie. There were 4 of us at the beginning. Myself, Lucien, Edgar, and a researcher from Sumeru in charge of flower cultivation, Vijava.
That is a dope-ass
Sometime
name.
down the road, the Marechaussee
Vijava.
Phantom came knocking, saddled us with a list of accusations, and started looking into our books. Oh, they did their meddling, and my brother
And
Edgar
those
and
meddling
I were forced
kids.
to serve time in the fortress as a result.
Sounds like he's still upset about that. Wait, then how did Edgar end up in Sumeru?
Because he ditched
Master was
him.
convicted as an accomplice, so he only had to serve a few years. He decided to move to Sumeru so that he could put those events behind
I'm
him.
more amazed you know all this.
Still, Master was depressed for a long time after that. He stopped making new perfumes and focused on introducing students to the craft instead.
I mean, if you're gonna be in the
That's
land
how
of
I met him.
learning,
My parents
may
had
as well
relocated
teach.
to Sumeru for work when I was a child, so I had the chance to study under him for a little while.
Okay.
But we
Damn.
can talk about that some other time. I want to hear more about this researcher, Vijaya.
Man, people say the academia is expensive. What is it to get private fucking lessons from a perfumer? Like, absolutely $1 million? Like, what is it? So she's bougie. Okay.
Like us, Vijava was also staring
Vijava.
down an investigation from the Marechaussee Phantom. But before the Phantom showed up at her door, she set all the flower beds on fire, along with much of the mora we managed to earn.
Which is honestly
All
rude as
the
fuck.
Auguste flowers, everything we worked to create, was reduced to nothing but a pile of ash.
Get reduced, idiot.
But destroying all that evidence, wouldn't that make things worse for her?
It didn't matter at that point, because she died in the fire as well.
Oh. Uh-oh.
What?
Fucking whoops.
Sounds like you did an investigation of your own. Why even ask us if you knew all of this already?
Because we still need to get to where Kyria comes in.
The name wasn't mentioned in any of the files I reviewed either. But you two seem quite familiar with him.
That kid? That little guy? Little duder?
Kyria was Vijava's younger brother. He was just a clueless kid back then. Somewhere in his teens, I think. He helped his sister with her work sometimes, but that was pretty much it. He didn't have any idea what we were doing.
Except?
Vijava kept him close most of the time. The three of us were probably the only ones who even knew she had a brother. After our operation was compromised, he disappeared. There were no signs of him until recently, when people started saying the Auguste flower had reappeared in Sumeru.
So, you think Kyria took something with him back then? Something that allowed him to reproduce the Auguste flower?
Vijava doted on the kid like you wouldn't believe. She even told us to give her cut to her brother if anything happened to her. If she left something behind before she died, believe me, Kyria's the one that has it.
And judging by the liquid in that bottle, the Auguste flower wasn't the only thing he reproduced. He managed to replicate the perfume itself.
But then why
So the liquid
try to
Edgar
make
was
someone
forced to
drink
ingest
it?
really was Auguste. Wait, does that mean Auguste is poison?
I mean,
Poison? No. Of course not. No perfume is meant to be ingested. Even small amounts can be dangerous, let alone ingesting a whole bottle at once.
so in essence, yes, but that's only because you're not supposed to eat it. Thanks. Love to see it.
If
Great
Auguste
roundabout.
could be considered a poison, we wouldn't have even sold half a bottle back then. Edgar fell unconscious because Kyria forced him to drink perfume. It just happened to be Auguste.
Sylvain seems nervous. So then, why would he attack Edgar if that is exactly who this is?
He probably thought we had something to do with his sister's death. But to tell you the truth, I have no idea why she did all that.
That seems
We're not
sussy.
looking for Kyria because we have it out for him. We just wanted to see how he was doing. And, if possible, work together to bring back Auguste. We only went to prison for a bit of fraud and market manipulation. It had
Only
nothing
fraud
to
and
do with
market
product
manipulation and
As
insider
long as we keep
trading.
things honest this time around, bringing the product back to market would almost be like honoring his sister's memory.
So that you guys can make a lot more
So
money.
that's why you never mentioned Kyria during your interrogation?
Yes, exactly. We were just looking out for the kid.
Anyway, that's all we know. If you're looking for information on what's in Auguste, or what to do if you ingest it, there are only two people to ask. Edgar or Kyria himself.
Well, at least we're able to say for certain that the
Wahoo.
substance Edgar ingested was in fact Auguste. That gives us a direction for further testing. Well then, I'd say that was a very enlightening discussion.
It's a very...
Well, glad to hear it. Lucian, let's head back to the room and rest a bit. With everything that's happened, there are things that need reconsidering.
Can you stop sounding like a villain for like 2 seconds, buddy? Like, dude. They're still hiding something. Yeah, no shit.
Huh, you think so too? That does seem to be the case. Pity we don't have more evidence.
Please let me stab them a little more. Little stabby stabby. Can we get Sino involved?
But based on Sylvain's tone of voice just now, I suspect further questioning will only result in more made-up answers.
You right.
The way you exposed them like that, just based on a hunch, that was genius!
Are you really just a perfumer who looks after people in your spare time?
Oh, right. Earlier you said you were only sort of a doctor, and that your patients were unusual.
Is she a mortician?
Oh, yes, that's because most of the patients I encounter are already dead.
So you're a forensic doctor?
Close. I'm actually a forensic cleaner.
I...
And the Marachese Phantom are done collecting evidence from the scene. I'm in charge of clearing away the final traces my patients leave on the world.
I forgot that was her quirk. That would fuck if you weren't so bland. I'm sorry, but even like the mystery behind this quest is kind of giving potatoes with no salt.
In
I don't know.
fact, with just a small alteration to the formula, the same tincture used as the base of perfume can also be made into a cleaning agent.
That
Basically, there are two
is
sides to
crazy.
forensics. Those who collect evidence to expose the truth, and those who clean up the smells, bloodstains, and other substances left behind at the scene. I've learned a lot in my line of work, and I've witnessed a lot of death. But this time, we may still save the patient.
Man, I want the latter half of
Traveler,
forensic
could I trouble you
cleansing.
to report back to Tainari and the officers at Port Ormos? We should update them on the situation.
Will do.
I'll stay here and continue to look
There's
after
been an
Nancy.
assault.
Now that we have a sample of Auguste, I'm hoping further analysis won't be too difficult.
I mean, yeah, you know, gotta protect the smell and all that bullshit. I mean...
Master looks a lot older than when I last saw him. I just hope he can hold on.
Man, at least your outfit is really pretty, but other than that... Your outfit's pretty, you have a cool job. But I do not remember a single other detail about you, Emilie. I'ma just be honest. Like, fam, please. Perfume. Alright, I was gonna look at the perfume, accidentally hit exit. Alright, love to see it. Man, I was right to make popcorn. This is a very dialogued fucking quest. Get dialogued, idiot. Talk to Tainari, but Tainari's right here. Oh, I gotta go back and talk to Canon Tainari. The ones whose dialogue can be controlled. Instead of just saying random bullshit every so often. Who are you talking to? Not allowed. You can only talk to me.
Whoa, why the rush? Did something happen?
There's been an assault. I explain everything.
What? Edgar was attacked.
Oh, the
He's
sheriff!
the most famous
Perfect!
perfumer in the region. Someone who's helped countless people around Port Ormos. How could this happen?
I mean, you bring international
Sheriff,
intrigue on
have
something?
you received any reports of a suspicious
saying.
individual fleeing through the bazaar?
No, but we've got eyes all over the area. I'm sure someone's seen Kyria. I'll start gathering my forces. We won't let him get away.
Hell yeah! Someone that'll do something!
What about you, Tainari? Do you
Instead
have
of getting lost in paperwork. Paimon, why he turned to Tanari? He's like, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go hunt him down. Like, no! He's like, I got flowers to take care of.
I'm sure the sheriff can handle things over at the scene, and I doubt Emilie needs my help looking after Mr. Edgar.
Yeah, I got flowers!
But she said she's not a real doctor.
She's close enough.
Then she was far too modest. She may not be a doctor by trade, but she has a deeper understanding of human anatomy and pharmacology than most scholars from the Amor to Darshan.
She's a
Not to
healer by
mention the fact
trade!
that Mr. Edgar's condition is related to perfume. Emilie is certainly in the best position to help him. As for me, I'll head to the academia and see what I can learn about Vijava and Kirya.
Oh,
The
that's
Java.
right. Vijava was supposed to be a scholar from Sumeru. Do you recognize the name?
From Emilie's letter, certainly, but that was the first time I'd heard of it. The academia produces a lot of scholars, and there are plenty of graduates who choose to pursue a career outside their darshan.
Which is also,
I
yeah.
didn't have time to look into it earlier, but now it seems like Vijava's past could be critical to getting to the bottom of what happened to Mr. Edgar.
Damn.
I have friends in Sumeru City that can help me investigate. With any luck, we'll have
Like
news to
I'll
share by
hate
tomorrow.
them?
I'll leave you and Emilie to watch over things here in Port
Like
Ormos.
I'll hate them? And that's gonna be all we get out of them. Damn. Alright, pop off. Middle note. Blood dew. That's a very intimidating sentence just on its own, not gonna lie. Alright, cool, cool. Love to see it. We are still witch saving. I have 7 more days before. 7 days until we can maybe get Kanich. And if I'm lucky, there will be enough left over for Raiden. Damn. I didn't think I would get all the commissions just by doing the story quest, but here we are. It's so nice that they've added it. I just always forget whenever shit can be, what's it called? Exchanged. Whenever things can be exchanged. It always goes funky. When do I have to wait till? 7? 7:09 it is! Wahoo!
The value of no-
Well, it's been a day. Wonder if Tainari's discovered anything.
I was standing here the entire night.
Looking good with Emily's master yesterday. We should check on things at the hotel first.
Man, do we have to check on the hotel first? Can we just... Why can't... I know this is Emily's story quest, but can we just talk to Tainari the whole time? Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, bum. But no, it's one of those things where, like... it was like how I was surprised earlier that she had the smaller model, like the mid-size model. I thought for sure she was going to be an adult figure. But I did not pay attention to a bit of her release stuff. I'm gonna be honest.
Emily!
So how's Edgar?
No longer in critical condition, thankfully.
Hooray!
He's still very weak, but with a bit more rest, he should regain consciousness soon.
Oh, he's still unconscious.
My
Aww.
analysis of Auguste also went smoothly, although it certainly raised some questions.
Questions?
I was able to identify the components that give the substance its fragrance, but I also noticed an abnormal trace of elemental energy in the sample.
Man, this kid's got a vision for forgery. Would that have an effect on the body? You told me, Lumine.
Hard to say. It was such a minute amount, proportionally speaking, like mixing a single drop of perfume into the ocean.
Then why is
I had
it?
to use one of the newest tests developed in recent years to even detect the traces present in the sample. Unless you were abnormally sensitive to elemental energy, I doubt it would have any effect, even if you use the product every day for 10 years.
Well, guess who's cool and abnormally sensitive to elemental energy? I'm the perfect test dummy.
As for whether Master's condition was caused by the elemental energy present in the sample or some other component of the perfume, it's still too early to say.
Damn.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. Did Tainari come and find you? Maybe we could ask him to take a look.
Tainari says she's got it. Stop doubting her expertise,
I received a message
Paimon.
from him last night, but I haven't heard anything since. The message said he was looking into some information at the academia.
Nice.
Oh, Paimon thought he might have stopped by to see you first.
Damn. He's a very busy boy.
Is Miss Emilie here?
Collie! She does make an appearance!
Oh, perfect. Familiar faces. Traveler, Paimon.
We have eased your anxiety! tiny child. I would give you a hug if it didn't make you sad.
Kale.
The baby.
Inari's apprentice. He's mentioned you many times. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
Aww.
And please, no need for formalities. Emilie is just fine.
Oh, okay. Nice to meet you too, Miss, Emilie. Did
I love the baby.
Yep. Master and the others went through decades worth of records last night and still haven't had a chance to rest. I'm fast on my feet, so it only made sense for me to come and give you an update. Anyway, based on what they've reviewed so far, they believe there's no indication that a researcher by the name of VJava ever passed through the academia.
Funky. Was it another lie? An alias?
Master considered that possibility as well, but the name wasn't the only dead end. Master tried to track down people with a similar research direction or background, but also couldn't find a match.
I mean, he's only been looking for an
How is that
afternoon.
possible?
He's only been looking for an afternoon. Like, maybe her identity as a researcher from Samira was a ruse?
It's starting to seem very likely. If we want to figure out her true identity, I'm afraid another conversation with those two merchants might be our only—
No, Edgar, please wake up. Uh-oh.
Lucian!
It's Sylvain!
Uh-oh.
Wait, you don't think Curio came back, do you?
It's almost like we should go and investigate instead of wandering
That
around.
seems impossible. If someone came in or out of the hotel just now, we would have seen them.
So, do you think hotels don't have rooms? Like, with other windows and alternative ways of entry? You rush into the hallway and head for Sylvain's room. You try to enter, but the door won't budge. I'ma break it open. Hell yeah. Damn. Muscle Lumine, my love. You right. You right.
There's no one here.
Lucian! Lucian!
That's Sylvain's voice! Hurry, let's check next door!
Oh, that's right, cause it's cha-cha real smooth. Cause it's a connected suite. Hooray! We can see them both die in real time.
Lucian! Lucian!
This is not the
Come on!
this was not the POV I was
Wake
wanting.
up!
Uh-oh. Is he gonna be okay?
Emilie, Emilie, my brother, he's gonna be okay, right? He's just unconscious. Like what happened to Edgar?
Almost like almost like you're scared, little man.
I'm sorry, Mr. Sylvain,
Oh
but we were too late this
my
time.
god, he's dead.
No,
They
no,
killed
that's
someone
not-
on screen.
That's not possible.
Let's go. Oh my god, the boots.
Kale, Mr. Sylvain has gone through a huge shock.
Ah. Time to interrogate him now.
He needs some space to calm down. Could one of you take him next door? It's not good for him to look at his brother's body like this.
Oh my god, he's fucking dead.
Of course. Leave it to me.
I'll notify the sheriff.
Thank you both.
Oh, that was very strained. Oh, there's like a thingy happening. What's the perfume?
Mr. Sylvain,
Perfume.
let's get you up. Here, take my hand. Nice and slow. We'll take things from here. Just focus on getting some rest. Here, this way.
Now I just feel bad. Jesus. Oh. Sorry about the dead body,
Poor
bro.
guy. He's like a shell of his former self.
His brother is dead, Paimon. Girl, me too.
He may have made some bad decisions in life, but right now, Paimon can't help but feel sorry for him.
Well, thank God you have empathy. What the fuck?
Good person or bad, the death of a loved one is equally painful.
To what? To the good or the bad? It's almost like death is like a real thing with
All the moments
consequences.
he shared with his brother, every hardship and triumph they endured together are now memories he has to carry alone.
Alright, now you're just rubbing it in. Okay.
If Kyria really was behind this, then what exactly did he do to Lucian?
Autopsy it, cleaner!
Lucian can no longer speak, but the traces left behind by his death most certainly can.
Damn, pop off.
Traveler, I've got things covered here at the scene. I'll leave you to contact the sheriff.
Aye. We trust you implicitly. Some time passes and the sheriff runs in.
But yesterday's case is still up in the air, and now this happens.
Dude, it's fucky freaky.
Miss Emilie, I heard you're an experienced forensic doctor. Have you been able to discover anything?
Yeah, there's incense behind him. It fucked him up real bad.
Oh, I'm not actually a forensic doctor. I just happen to have some relevant knowledge.
Why do you refute that?
I did take a look, though. Judging by the temperature and rigidity of the body, it appears the time of death was sometime last night. I'd have to do a more thorough investigation to find out more.
Oh my god. He died in the night while I was standing outside.
Then, would you mind helping us investigate? Before he left, Tainari said we could trust your judgment if something like this were to happen.
Damn. Honestly, Tainari pulls all the strings around here, and we love him for that.
Of course, I appreciate
We love our
your
furry boy.
trust. Many of the traces left behind at the scene will fade with time, so the sooner we investigate, the better.
Mm-hmm.
We'll help too. We don't know much about dead bodies, but you can leave the other clues to us.
Yay! Oh, yay, we get to investigate the corpse! Let's go! I had no idea any of this was the fucking anything. The space inside the cabin is divided into various compartments. Doesn't seem like a person could hide here. Hey, I'm really trying not to step on your corpse, buddy.
Pupils are dilated, skin is flushed. No overt external injuries or signs of a struggle.
Huh. Also, though, damn, the way your dress plays out, flawless. I love it, actually. This bag is stuffed with clothes and other daily necessities. It's quite heavy. Oh, I can investigate the incense. Slowly rising into the air. It seems familiar? Uh-oh, is it the fucking, Is it the thing that got us wicked high the first time we were in Sumeru? The corners are filled with flowers from different nations. So the smells just cover up everything? The door leads to the hallway. The lock is intact and there's no sign of damage.
And the windows are shut tight too. Seems like the only way to get in would have been through Sylvain's room.
Man. If Sylvain wasn't
Looks
there...
like we've investigated as much as we can. Let's go report back to Emilie and Shiam.
If Sylvain wasn't in his room, or wasn't with us the first time, I would have pinned it on him. I'm gonna be honest. I think he's just crazy, and one of his charges was actually property damage.
So, did you find anything?
I did not expect your voice, sir. I apologize. I was about to be really confused that Emily's voice dropped like 1,000 octaves. The only way it would have been in through Sylvain's room.
Paimon can show you. Here, it'd be something like this.
Where are you drawing that, Paimon? What the fuck? You have pieces of paper on you, Paimon? How'd you do that?
But entering through the room next door without alerting Sylvain... Wait, you don't think Sylvain could have been the one who...
I mean, it would be a great setup.
No, his reaction to the loss of his brother seemed genuine, and he doesn't have a motive.
Unless it's Kyria.
Then what could have happened last night? I know Sylvain is still in shock, but he's our only available witness.
You right.
We have to take his statement.
I love the way he sounds like it's a chore. Also, we're just hovering over his dead body like it's a prop shot? Jesus Christ, Genshin team!
I agree. Also, I've made some new discoveries, so we might as well head next door and go through everything together.
Hooray! We love new discoveries. Also, rip bro. Sorry, I go this way now. We're gonna come back and the body's gonna be fucking gone. Can't wait. Squishy. He entered the room and he looks much
Mr.
calmer.
Sylvain, I need you to tell me everything you and your brother did since yesterday afternoon. Did you see or hear anything strange?
Only our co-worker's fucking almost corpse.
After Kyria attacked Edgar, my brother and I were incredibly careful.
Aww.
We returned to our rooms and decided to lock all the doors leading to the hallway.
Mm-hmm.
The only door we kept unlocked was the one connecting our rooms. That way, if we heard any commotion coming from the other room, we could help each other.
Except your
But I
dumbass
didn't
went
hear
to
any sort of
bed.
commotion last night. Not a single noise. I woke up this morning, opened the door, and Lucian was...
Oh, buddy.
So, no movement from the room next door. No forced entry via Sylvain's room. No signs of a struggle at the scene. And no external injury on
We got a
Lucian's
locked
body.
room puzzle.
What kind of cause of death are we dealing with here?
I did notice a few things about the body. Lucian's pupils were dilated and his skin was flushed. Very similar to Master's symptoms after the attack yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't any traces of liquid in his mouth or nose, so it's unlikely he was forced to ingest anything. The more plausible explanation is that he inhaled a substance without knowing it. And I'd say that substance was likely a ghost.
But the poison variety.
No, that's not possible. Inhaling a goose won't kill you. And anyway, it would have been for just one night.
I mean, I feel like that's a perfectly normal thing to say, but, you're saying prolonged exposure is dangerous?
No, that's not what I meant.
I would believe that as a turn of
Emily,
phrase.
You ran your tests, didn't you? Go on. Tell everyone whether you found any poison.
I found poison.
No.
What?
I didn't find any common toxins.
Common.
See? A goose is harmless. The market response proved that.
Alright, if you're blaming anything on a market response, don't. No.
That may be true for most people, but not for everyone.
Oh shit, here comes Edgar. Hi, Bloody.
Master!
You're so tall.
Edgar? You're up and about already?
Honestly, good for him. Pop off.
Thanks to Emilie, I'm out of the woods for now.
Yay!
Sylvain, no
Ooh,
matter how
excuse me.
hard you may try to hide it, the truth will always come to light.
Uh-oh.
Even if we could keep it a secret for another 10 or 20 years, do you think Kyria would just let us be? No, he would never give up. Not if he's doing all of this for Yelena.
For Yelan. It would have been really funny if it was just straight up Yelan.
That's Vijava's real name. Yelena wasn't a scholar from Sumeru. She was an exiled Fatus from Snezhnaya.
Damn, the Fatui are even here.
The Fatui.
Aw.
That means that elemental
Wait,
energy
was she
present in
using the
this was-
fucking... What are they called?
So you've already detected it. Well,
What's it called?
Sylvain,
The
looks like there's
the
truly
thingies.
no reason to
The
hide things now.
delusions. It was delusion energy?
Oh,
That's fucking scary.
The August flower was created with the mutative and distorting power of a delusion.
That's fucked.
A delusion?
Oh my god.
Fatui, delusions. I never would have thought a ghost was hiding this many secrets.
That's why you keep saying it wrong.
Born of a delusion, August contained distorted elemental energy. A prolonged exposure over many years could have a harmful effect on the body.
Oh my god. They were
that's enough, Edgar.
they were
I'll
poisoning
take it from here.
people.
At first, Yelena wanted to keep refining the perfume and the flower, but no one knew how long the perfume mania was going to last back then. It didn't have any effect on ordinary people anyway. Every day we postponed going to market was another day of lost earning
Oh, so
potential.
you guys got
So
greedy.
you decided poisoning people was worth the risk?
Yeah, get him, Paimon. Jesus.
Listen, it's not like it was good for business. But all that talk about a goose being harmful over time, Yelena was just speculating. The impact was practically negligible.
The Genshin impact.
Unless you were particularly sensitive to elemental energy or had an entire bottle shoved down your throat like Edgar. You could use the product for decades.
Asterisk,
and be
don't fucking
completely
drink it.
fine.
It may be true there are no records of a goose poisoning in Fontaine.
But this
But
is
even if
fucked.
No one was acutely poisoned. Willfully bringing a product to market despite explicit knowledge of its harmful effects is still a serious crime.
Put his ass back in jail. If the truth came out, the market for your product would be destroyed.
That
Oh, what are you
explains
so
why were
smug
so
about?
intent on keeping Yelena and Kyria's involvement a secret all this time, despite readily confessing to all your financial crimes.
Because the financial crimes are just financial bullshit. It's fine.
If the Marechaussee Phantom discovered the connection between the three, there would have been enough evidence to send you to the Fortress of Meripede for life.
But that's why she burned the
If
fields.
I'd known coming to Sumeru would put a target on my back, I would have been more than happy to stay there. At least that way, Lucian would still be alive.
Oh, dip. I mean, he kind of got a point, though.
Years without any sign of Kyria, and he pops up out of nowhere the minute my brother and I get out of prison? It couldn't be any clearer who the kid's after.
Yeah.
A goose was harmless before. The fact that it's killing people all of a sudden must be his doing as well.
Honestly, good for him. To fucking re-engineer all of it.
So
Hop
there's
off.
bad blood between you.
What about Yelena's death? Was that a cover-up too? A way to destroy evidence?
I'll admit, we thought about it at one point.
You started the
We
fire.
took care to disguise the product circulating on the market, and no one was questioning Yelena's fake identity.
Man, if Novalet was here.
If the Marechaussee Phantom decided to look into the flower beds, it would have been the end. Yelena's ties to the Fatui, the role of the delusion, everything would have been exposed.
How the hell do
Before
you
anyone
infuse
put
a
our plan in
delusion
motion,
into a flower
Yelena
bed
beat us to
anyway?
it. She burned all her flower beds and threw herself into the fire as well.
But if her goal was to destroy evidence, there would have been no reason to do that to herself.
I mean,
Yeah, she could have just burned the flower beds and fled with her brother.
nah.
I thought about it for a long time, but it wasn't until just now that I finally understood her reasoning. Everything she did, it was for her brother, Kyria.
Uh-oh.
One of the reasons they defected from the Fatui was the deterioration of Yelena's body due to her excessive use of a delusion.
Did she used to be a
She
Sisson
didn't want her brother
mage?
to follow in her footsteps after her death.
Did I beat them up?
After arriving in Fontaine, Yelena continued using the delusion to cultivate the Auguste flower, weakening her body even further. There were times when she couldn't even walk.
Damn.
So she couldn't flee with her brother because she was afraid of holding him back.
If her true identity was exposed, she and her brother would face pressure from both Snezhnaya and Fontaine.
And then you just
The
fucking
Auguste
die, I
flower
guess.
And Yelena's own corroded body both bore the mark of a delusion. There would have been no way to avoid suspicion.
But because no one ever saw the flower, they only saw the... Oh, okay.
So,
Pop off.
in the end, she burnt it all to ash, including herself. With all the evidence erased, Kyria was free to take the Mora and run.
So the
But
wealth
he
you earned from the
didn't.
goose, it wasn't destroyed in the fire. Yelena gave it to her brother?
Most likely. Before Yelena died, she said if anything happened to her, she was going to leave everything to her brother. We just didn't realize she meant our cut as well.
I mean, there's not a
That's why
lot to...
Lucian and I were searching for Kyria, to take back our Mora and the August flower. We just didn't realize Kyria was baiting us the whole time. It was all a trap.
I mean, you guys just kind of... Y'all got the easy shift. Y'all weren't killing yourselves over the production. I mean... Maybe she deserved a little bit more than your cut, I'm just saying.
But why is Kyria out for revenge anyway? Doesn't he know about Yelena's decision to sacrifice herself?
They had to fucking set the place on fire. I don't know, dude.
I don't think he knew his sister was nearing death. Yelena always wore heavy makeup around him to conceal her deteriorating appearance.
Oh.
She kept herself busy with work to keep out of sight. That way her brother wouldn't notice how she could barely walk.
But there's no way he didn't notice.
All he do is tell Kyria what really happened, and then he'll give up on his revenge.
But,
Not so sure.
I mean, you're right,
If he knew
Kale.
the truth, he'd still find someone to blame. He might think Yelena was forced into using a delusion to cultivate a goose, or something like that.
Which she wasn't, right?
It's hard to pull yourself out.
She did that of her own
daydream,
volition, right?
especially when you've been living in that headspace for so many years.
Oh,
Very true.
poor baby girl knows it
Even if Yelena's
firsthand.
death was her own choice, I wouldn't call myself innocent either.
You right?
Edgar, what are you talking about?
Think about it, Sylvain. If we hadn't been in such a hurry to capitalize on the perfume mania all those years ago, do you think Yelena would have elected to take those risks?
You right?
If we hadn't been so blinded by greed, so
There
insistent
it
on
is.
increasing
Now
the
you've
scale of
learned the
flower
lesson.
cultivation, do you think Yelena's health would have deteriorated as fast as it did?
You done
If
fucked
we
up.
hadn't invited the
She's
Mara
deaders.
Phantom to our doorstep by breaking the law at every turn, Yelena could have survived.
And now you just get to feel bad.
She knew her limits. She knew her days were numbered.
Damn.
Maybe it was for her brother, but she was in it for the Mora just as much as us. We were just trying to earn a bit of Mora. And what, we deserve to die for that?
Yeah.
Target me for being the mastermind, sure. But what about Lucian? He was just following my orders. Lucian's crime, was it really so extreme that he had to pay for it with his life?
I mean, she's dead.
The only person that can answer that question is a judge.
Also, why would Kyria kill you guys if you guys had no involvement? I'm just saying. Just thinking. You sure you didn't set everything ablaze?
Fine. I've said my piece anyway. Drag me back to Fontaine to stand trial. I don't care.
I mean, eh.
3 people from Fontaine, 1 from Snezhnaya, and a crime committed in Port Ormos. What a headache.
God, that's 3 different country legislatures. Could not be me. What's gonna happen?
Well, we can only wait until the Academia sends someone to deal with it. I'm guessing we'll have to contact Fontaine as well.
Gross.
In any case, we won't really know anything until tomorrow. With the exhibition, we don't even have space in Port Ormos to detain anyone. Such a headache.
Wait, y'all would detain people at the hotel?
The hotel could suffice. You could station a few officers to keep an eye on Sylvain and myself.
And then you both end up dead.
Although with Sylvain's mental state and my physical one, I don't think you need to worry about a jailbreak.
You right.
Mr. Edgar, are you saying...
I'm going to
If
die.
Sylvain is to stand trial, then I deserve the same fate. A crime is a crime, accomplice or not.
You gonna go to the old Tris
Just like
Mechanique
to
de la
take
Lys
care of a few
Cardinal?
things before I go.
No, it's just
Say
Novelette now.
goodbye to my plants and all that. As for Sylvain, I'm sure he also has some goodbyes of his own.
This has just been a
Would you
really
be
shitty
willing
day
to
for this
grant
dude.
that request, Sheriff?
Well,
The last
all right.
goodbye.
I'll talk to the Academia. No matter who you were in Fontaine or what crimes you committed.
You're here
the man
now.
with Uno and Sumeru proved himself to be a good person. Your request is granted.
Aw.
You have my thanks, Sheriff.
But if we wait until tomorrow, doesn't that mean something could still happen tonight?
Happen tonight? Oh, you mean the possibility that Kyria might try to finish what he started?
I will guard them personally!
He uses a goose to poison people, but we still have no idea how to catch him in the act.
It could have been an incense bomb.
Sylvain or Edgar again, we might not be able to stop him.
That may be true, but what if we can take advantage of his desperation?
Desperado.
If we take advantage of this situation and lure him in on purpose,
Oh.
we might finally have the chance to talk to him.
Why did we pause on the goober?
Master, no. That's too dangerous.
So, that's your plan.
What the fuck?
If Kyria learns we're being taken away tomorrow, his last chance to enact his revenge would be tonight.
Mm-hmm.
In other words, you want to use us as bait to capture him.
Why did this get evil all of a sudden?
Capture? Not necessarily. I just want to talk. What? Are you afraid of him?
He killed his brother, so I would fucking think so, I'm gonna be honest.
Afraid? This is my only chance to make him pay for what he did. I'm spending the rest of my life in prison anyway. I can't just sit back and let him
May
ride
as
off
well
into
go
the
out with a
sunset
murder.
without fortune.
You're
There's
right.
No way I'm letting him get away with it.
Jesus.
Not after what he did to Lucian. As for the danger, everyone else just needs
Dangerous,
to make preparations in advance
dangerous,
to
I
protect us.
know.
I'll admit, it could work. We just need to spread the word that Edgar and Sylvain are leaving tomorrow. Then I'll station some of my men around the hotel. If we have your assistance as well, our chance of success would be even higher.
Oh, I cannot
still
wait to
have some
fight a
reservations.
dude.
But if you insist on carrying out this plan, I won't deny you my help.
We can help stand guard, and by we, I mean me, because I'll take down dragons. I'll take down whoever the fuck. I killed a narwhal in the fucking primordial sea. Fuck you guys.
I'll also keep watch.
Aw, thanks, baby girl.
I think Sylvain and myself should remain alone in our respective rooms.
Too bad.
If Kyria noticed another person in the room, he might decide to turn back. And besides, it's possible he's already transformed Auguste into a potent toxic gas.
You
Hmm.
mean if he doesn't see a way to get his hands on the two of you, he might get so desperate that he'll just start using a goose on everybody?
We must hide in the closet. We must activate our star rail senses.
If that were to happen, everyone standing guard, even the innocent citizens in Port Ormos would all be in danger.
Aye.
That's why everyone else needs to keep to the shadows.
I get to stab him in the back instead.
You're still recovering. You need to rest.
This old pack of bones doesn't bounce back like it used to.
I'd be more concerned if it did, I'm gonna be
I
honest.
suppose I'll just have to leave the rest to you.
All right, we can figure out a plan to keep watch later. Right now, I say we split up, start spreading that information before it's too late.
Yay! Everyone's helped the news about Auguste, as well as Edgar and Sylvain's impending departure, begin to spread. Nice, nice. You there, haven't you heard? There's a fucker about to leave. We are outside now. Cool? Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no fucking way. that I have to deal with this. We're abandoning the hangout. Absolutely not. Ain't no fucking way. Not Kaya. Suspicious man.
Have you heard? Mr. Edgar's been detained. He's being taken away tomorrow.
Damn.
What? He's the one who helped craft all the fragrances for our shop.
Tea? Let's all trust the little
He taught my child
fairy.
how to make perfume. How could this happen?
He's done it before and he'll
Hasn't
do
been
it
convicted
again.
Yet. Let's just wait and see what the court has to say.
That is
Oh, everyone on the street
Jesus.
is talking about the rumors. No matter where Curie is hiding, he must have heard them by now. Let's head back to the hotel and take a break. We can see how the other preparations are going while we're at it.
I love that everyone knows him though. Like, this would never work where I live. They'd be like, oh, didn't you hear this fucker went to jail? And I'd be like, who is that? You could have told me, I don't know, like, not our senator. Who is it? No, not our governor. He's also an ass. I don't know. But someone like under that could have been like imprisoned and some shit, and I would have been like, yeah, bet, probably. That makes sense. And just... But I would have just gone along with it because I wouldn't know who the fuck you're talking about. Like, I love the way rumor mills work in media. Just because I'm so glad everybody is so tight-knit of a community that it matters. Good for them. I guess philanthropy and teaching will get you farther
Sheriff
than
Xian wants to talk to you and the Traveler about our
streamer,
plans for
but
the Night Watch.
you could tell me one of our regulars from work is in jail, and there's a 50-50 shot I still wouldn't know who you were talking about. I'm just saying.
Thank you, Kale. But first, here, I prepared a kind of herbal tea that helps calm the spirit. Why don't you have some?
Oh, that's very kind of you, but I'm okay.
Oh, it's not good to be so tense, especially when we've got a long night ahead of us. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I couldn't help but notice that something seems to be on your mind.
Was it that obvious?
Paula, you are a bundle of anxiety. Any thought you have is thoroughly projected. Yes.
You seem very preoccupied with Kiria's revenge. If there's anything you want to talk about, I'm happy to listen.
Love the fact that no matter what event Kale is in, she gets free therapy. The fucking Windbloom event, you got Sucrose. Here, you get Emilie. The main quest, you got us. Like, good for her.
Oh,
She's got so much help.
Hey, Emily, Kale. Oh, are we interrupting something?
Just a sunset improv therapy sesh. Don't worry about
Not
it.
at all. This will be easier to talk through with you here anyway. I've just been thinking. If Kiria has the capacity to commit murder while remaining completely undetected, why didn't he target Sylvain along with Lucien last night? There was just a single door separating them. If his intention was to target both brothers, then there was barely anything standing in his way. Don't you think? When I accompanied Sylvain to his room after Lucien died and saw how distraught he was, I suddenly realized...
It was to cause further psychological
maybe Kiria
harm.
did that on purpose. Maybe he wanted Sylvain to experience the pain of losing a loved one before he completed his ultimate revenge.
Yeah, that tracks.
So did he attack Edgar as a warning then? To scare Sylvain and Lucien?
I feel like that would cause more problems than it solved, I'm gonna be
Based on
honest.
what we've heard about Kiria, that may very well be the case.
Losing his sister all those years ago. What has been going through his head? What has he been forced to endure? Whenever I get to thinking like that, I just can't help but wonder. If I were in his place, would I be able to let go of that hatred?
Probably not!
I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't think like that. Not after everything he's done. But I just can't help it.
Damn.
There's nothing wrong with the way you're feeling. Empathy is a part of human nature.
You hear that?
In all my years of cleaning up crime scenes, I've witnessed countless families mourn their loved ones. Their cries of devastation and anger still echo through my mind. even now.
Yeah, that shit
Some of them
sucks.
even try to stop me, begging me not to erase the last remnants of their loved ones. But getting swept up in those emotions will corrupt your judgment. Surround yourself with fragrance for too long, and your sense of smell will become dull. Allow yourself to be consumed by your emotions, and you lose the ability to think rationally. So while you hold on to that sense of empathy, you also need to ask yourself,
Is this healthy?
do Sylvain and Lucien really deserve to die?
I
How
mean,
much did they truly know about the Fatui and the delusion? Did they force Yelena to make those decisions?
uh-huh.
Answering those questions requires a lot of time and evidence, while a single act of vengeance can put those answers forever out of our reach.
Mm-hmm.
I've witnessed a lot of deaths in Fontaine. When someone dies, a certain amount of information can be inferred from the traces left behind at the scene. But generally speaking, death will just leave most questions unanswered, and the whole picture ever incomplete.
This is so much more serious than I thought I was getting at this. I know I was kind of coming in with the, oh, it's the Emilie quest. Why am I getting pseudotherapy?
Once you're consumed by hatred, it will become next
Not
to
pseudo, but
impossible to
like,
think about things
why am
that
I
way.
getting therapy adjacent?
For someone like Kyria, I'm sure right and wrong lost all meaning a long time ago.
You're right. The fact that we can approach these questions from this perspective isn't because we're more rational than them. It's because we're fortunate enough not to have suffered that kind of loss. But that also makes us perfectly positioned to stand on the outside and try to pull them back from the brink before it's too late.
As someone that has experienced that kind of loss earlier this fucking year, you can still be rational through your loss. I'm just saying, you can be so fucked up, but also, come on, guys.
I understand Kyria's decision, but I still want to stop him. Master, Sylvain, and Kyria. They all deserve to survive.
It's giving he was bullied as an excuse to excuse his crime, but this time it's just, oh no, he was grieving. Like, just go to therapy, dude.
Huh. The fortunate and the unfortunate.
Edgar! What you doing? What you think, Thonkin? What are you doing outside your room? Oh, it's the
Emilie,
sheriff.
Traveler.
Traveler.
Edgar, you're here too.
I love this dude's accent.
Thank you. Didn't you head back to your room to rest, Edgar? Is it really okay for you to be out and about like this?
I mean, you're a potential murder victim. A
A little
PMV.
exercise never hurt anyone. Besides, I don't have much time left in Sumeru. So I'd like to take care of my plants while I still can.
Weren't you just on house
We can do that
arrest?
for you, Master.
No, he wants to do it.
I've grown attached to these flowers, and this is my last chance to say goodbye. Come
Damn.
tomorrow. I'll be happy to entrust their care to you. I would imagine Sheriff Sham is here for a more important reason.
The Night Watch. You
Yep.
mentioned earlier that we still need to confirm our plans.
That's right.
we
Stationed
didn't
some
we
of my
didn't make
men around the
plans.
surrounding area, but we still don't have anyone standing guard next to Sylvain's room.
In Lucien's room?
Exactly.
In
After
former
some
Lucien's
discussion,
room?
We concluded that Sylvain has the highest risk of being attacked next. You're the most skilled fighter here,
Oh,
Traveler.
well.
And
Well, this
Emilie's
is little old
expertise is sure
me.
to come in handy in a pinch. That's why I want you two stationed next to Sylvain's room. So,
Hell
are you up
yeah.
for it?
I hope I get to fight
Sounds
him.
perfectly reasonable. I'll be glad to have your help tonight, Traveler.
You're welcome. Oh my gosh. And they were roommates. Oh my god, they were roommates. We're just going straight in, baby. Night guard. Night guard. Fuck you.
Shouldn't you be standing guard in the room?
Fuck you. I really hope it's like they get convinced to kill themselves kind of thing. Like, that would be fucked, but also... it'd be a cool story, just saying! We wait around for a long time.
Huh. Not a peep. Has Kirya given up on his revenge?
No, Paimon. He's just waiting.
Guess we'll have to keep at it.
That's what the job is, Paimon. Good job! The night deepens.
Still nothing unusual. Paimon took a peek into the room next door and Sylvain's already sleeping.
She hasn't issued a warning either.
Perhaps Kirya's true motive was simply forcing Sylvain to confess his crimes.
It is never that simple.
Right? If all he wanted was for Sylvain to be convicted for his true
Even though
crimes,
we're in this room, I feel like we should also be staying hidden. Like, can we at least hide under the desk or something? I don't know. There's no reason to stop
There
there.
must be something we're missing. Something extremely important.
Maybe we just need to calm down a little. How about some tea? That herbal blend from earlier was pretty tasty.
There's nothing here we can use to make tea.
You're right. Maybe we can look for a different distraction then, like looking at the flowers.
Hey, Paimon. Usually on an observation-based, assignment, you're not supposed to distract yourself.
Oh, there's a glaze lily here. Paimon didn't notice it earlier.
Because they don't bloom, because they only bloom at night.
Flowers, glaze lilies, incense. Oh no! Sylvain's room! Quick!
Huh?
Wait, what?
Oh, there's no incense in here anymore. Emilie rushes next door. A strange floral fragrance saturates the room. Lies unmoving on the bed, already fully unconscious. We're too late! Maybe. Unless.
Hey, did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
Damn.
It was the older of the merchant brothers, right?
Yeah, I think his name was Sylvain. Poor guy was murdered in cold blood.
Damn, you sound more like Fontaine than anyone from Fontaine!
First it was Mr. Edgar, then that merchant named Lucian, and now this.
Listen up, everyone. This is an active crime scene. Please, no loitering.
Get the fuck away!
It's been 3 days and they haven't even caught a glimpse of the guy. What is going on?
Get the fuck
Do you think it could
away!
be the work of an evil spirit?
Y'all didn't hear me. I said fucking move.
Keep it moving, everyone. No loitering.
Get their ass. Black screen. Wahoo! Like I promised, the game didn't break. Damn.
I suppose I'm next.
Jesus Christ! That's such an
You
intimidating.
don't know that. Kirya already attacked you once, and you survived. Perhaps he doesn't consider your crime to be worthy of death.
You were the only reason I managed to survive, Emilie. I never did thank you for that, did I?
Hey, maybe you
Even
should.
if I wasn't there,
That'd be nice on your
Paimon was
conquest, wouldn't
also in
it?
the vicinity. He would have been able to help.
Is that so?
No.
I suppose I'm a very fortunate person then.
Yeah, you got a little
I
too
have
lucky.
Exceptional students,
Frauder.
caring friends, and the respect of my peers. If it is indeed my time to go, then I'll die without regrets. But
Jesus.
Kirya has nothing. Yelena is gone. Now his enemies are too.
And maybe he'll go
It
wander,
really makes you wonder
wanderer.
if there's even a reason to keep on living.
Man,
If you
Kirya,
really
playable
want an answer,
character, when?
I suppose you'll have to ask Kirya himself once we
That
finally
would be
catch him.
so fucked.
Well, I hope it all goes well.
Girl, me
Emily.
too.
There's something else I'd like to ask of you. With everything that's happened, holding the exhibition is off the table now.
Damn.
But so many flowers were transported here for the show. Some of them thousands of miles away from their homeland.
Oh.
I can't let them wither away with no one to
Is
care
it a
for them.
metaphor? Kyria's like
Whether
a flower
Kyria gets
displaced
to
from their
me
home with no one to take care of
or
anymore?
I'm sent back to Fontaine to
Damn.
stand trial. I won't be around to look after them. I know it's a lot to ask, but could I entrust them?
Secretary
to your
or
care?
State?
Of course.
I got
Master.
possessed by the spirit of Hamilton for a
Really?
moment. I'm so sorry.
I'm glad to hear it. Now I truly have nothing to worry about.
Sheriff Sham still has some questions for me, so I've gotta go.
Whoopsie,
Go
gotta
ahead.
skedaddle.
Best not to keep him waiting. He can be quite impatient.
But man, that guy's a smooth-ass criminal, let me tell you. He got the incense in there and everything.
I'm sorry, Master.
Damn. And now that he's left alone, he's gonna die. What is it, Edgar? What the fuck? Has he been killing people? As I say, he never...
Wow, another all-nighter. I'm unsure hopes Emily's plan will go well.
Hi, Chloe.
Collie still looks cool.
Well, yeah, we're gonna go talk to
Chloe
Chloe.
still isn't back. I hope she didn't run into any trouble.
I'm sure she's prepared to handle anything that might come her way. She is a spear user, after all.
Yeah, that's true.
If I remember correctly, I don't even fucking
Traveler,
remember, chat.
I had my men start spreading the information you requested. The crowd is gone now, too.
Thank
but
God, they were
I have to
annoying.
admit, I'm not really sure what's going on. After listening to Emily's plan, I started getting the materials together and arranging personnel. I barely had a second to spare last night.
It's okay,
To be
buddy.
honest, I'm still not sure how the crime was committed that night.
The incense was already moved by Edgar.
The key clue was right in front of us the entire time.
Feel like you've been saying that for a while.
Let's go. We'll show you where the culprit hit a goose.
I love that a goose is always in fucking exclamation marks. Hey, look, there it is. The incense slowly rising into the air. It seems familiar somehow. Turns out it's Spirit Borneal?
Wasn't this incense originally in Lucian's room? It must have been moved here before nightfall yesterday.
By whom? By Edgar? It's in the flowers. The corners are filled with flowers from different nations. The fragrance is incredibly strong. The glaze lily... Oh, it's in the glaze lily? And then it only blooms at night.
The glazed lily, huh? I think I've heard of it before. It's a flower from Liu, right?
Yeah, I've had to collect so many of them.
Well, did you know it only blooms at night?
Mm-hmm. I did. I told you
Emily,
that.
You're back.
How did it go?
Exactly as expected.
Oh, well.
A flower that only blooms at night. Ah, like the Neelitpala lotus.
You said that way too smoothly. How many takes did that take?
Although the Neelitpala lotus wouldn't be a good substitute in this scenario. When it's closed, the gaps between the petals are too large. That's why Kyria chose the glaze lily as his
Oh,
mechanism.
Kyria is
He
now
would
in
start by
quotes.
preparing in a goose sample.
Oh, God.
If applied to the outside, you would still be able to smell a goose even in the daytime.
Fucking Sarah got paid!
There's a sticky substance on the edge of the flower petals. It's one I recognize.
Sealed it
If you
inside the
stick petals
petals.
together with slime condensate, then in the daytime,
That's right.
Okay, I
He
got
applied
scared. I was
diluted
like,
form
why
of
is...
slime condensate to the
Why else
petals
would it
to
be
stick them
wrong?
together, and enclosed a sample of a goose in the center. That way, the goose would remain trapped inside during the daytime, unable to seep between the petals and evaporate into the air. This also allowed the culprit to plant the poison well in advance, while his targets remained oblivious.
Honestly, that's pretty fucking
However,
good.
The diluted slime condensate wouldn't be viscous enough to prevent the petals of the glaze lily from opening at night.
Jesus
So by
Christ.
night, the flower would bloom, thereby forcing the target to inhale the agouste trapped inside.
And Kyria could execute his revenge without having to step foot inside the room during the night.
By the next morning, the sample of agouste would have nearly fully evaporated. The glaze lily would have already closed its petals, and any lingering odor would be concealed by the fragrance of the other flowers in the room.
This is a fucking Danganronpa death. Jesus Christ.
Wait a second. You're telling me this version
Hold
of the
on.
yeast is so toxic, inhaling the minute amount trapped inside a flower is enough to kill a grown man? And how did Edgar even survive ingesting a whole bottle of the stuff?
It was a different
That's
dilute.
because agouste is just as dangerous now as it was all those years ago. The level of toxicity has never changed. Only a small subset of people are truly at risk.
And these fucks were.
You mean people who are sensitive to elemental energy? So it's just some sort of happy coincidence that Sylvain and Lucien are allergic to the stuff? That can't be right. They were involved in the operation all those years ago. If the stuff gave them a bad reaction, they would have known from the very start.
God, we love someone with brain cells. Hell yeah.
I wouldn't use the word allergic necessarily. It's more like they're susceptible to its effects.
Oh,
But that distinction
that
isn't
vocab does not
important.
matter.
You can think of it this way. It's not that Sylvain and Lucien are innately sensitive to elemental energy, but that Kyria found a way to ensure that they would be.
Oh no. The
The
incense.
I smelled earlier seemed familiar. Thinking back on it, in Sumeru, scholars use spirit borneal to aid meditation and stimulate their connection to the Dendro Archon.
The primordial sea. It's all over again. No, it's the fucking. It's the get high juice.
Essential oils, the primordial seawater that caused unrest in Fontaine not too long ago. All of those are substances that can heighten your sensitivity to elemental energy.
And Kyria chose spirit borneal.
That stuff gave us a lot of trouble when
Hey, we get this picture again. Let's go.
Yes, I definitely remember that.
Calling those months
In
ago,
Sumeru,
please.
It's not uncommon to use incense indoors, so its presence wouldn't arouse suspicion. The flowers in the room could also serve to mask the scent.
Flowers were pretty important to this plan, huh? The glazed lily is native to Liyue. It would be completely unnatural to have one here in Sumeru if it weren't for the exhibition. What a coincidence.
Which means there was no Kyria.
It's not a coincidence at all.
It was all a meticulously designed trap.
No wonder he was
Done
going to pay
by
so much to
Edgar.
rent out the hotel.
He probably used the Mora Yelena left him, don't you think? That money was supposed to set him free.
But that's not who has it.
But in the end, it was just a tool for his revenge.
But Kyria didn't do any of that.
Saying among
Edgar
friends of doctors in
did.
Fontaine. Every step you take leaves a mark.
Oh,
But
girl,
up until
don't
this
I
point,
know it.
We haven't been able to detect any trace of Kyria's activities. That's not because he was coming and going undetected, or because he's some kind of evil spirit.
I still love the evil
but
spirit.
because he's been discovered
Fucking
as
thing.
someone else this entire time.
Edgar.
Creating such an intricate mechanism out of a glaze lily, setting up the spirit borneal in advance,
It's for
and arranging
Edgar.
for Sylvain and Lucien to stay at the hotel. It all points to one person, the expert in charge of the entire.
It was the butler. The real murderer.
Kyria and Edgar are one and the same.
Get his
But
ass.
Kyria was only in his teens back then. He wouldn't even be 40 years old by now. Edgar's
He
lived
was
here
just
for
a
so many
boy.
years. Even if he changed his appearance, going that long without giving anything away, it would be impossible.
Unless there was no Kyria.
Bad news, Sheriff. Mr. Edgar was attacked.
Oh, was
What?
he? Was he?
A dark shadow-like figure just ran out of his room. It was giving off a really ominous aura.
What the fuck?
But before we could even react, the figure up and disappeared like some sort of ghost or something. By the time we got a look inside the room, Mr. Edgar was gone.
He's been kidnapped. No,
Do you
it
think
was
someone
him.
kidnapped him?
I need you to think very carefully about this. Are you certain that figure wasn't Edgar himself?
I mean, Mr. Edgar was so frail. I don't see how he could have moved that fast.
He had a surprisingly
It
high
would
con
seem
score.
Master decided to tap into an ill-advised source of power.
What?
The
That's
delusion.
so dangerous with the condition he's in.
Huh?
It's...
I'm not allowed to say that word on YouTube.
But why? Why would he do that? He's already accomplished his revenge.
Because what else are you gonna do once you're in
His aim
jail?
was to target everyone who had a hand in Yelena's death.
If he left Sylvain alive yesterday, not out of a desire to see him suffer, but to confirm the truth about why Yelena chose to die,
Then there's still one target left.
Huh. Uh-oh. Now we have to go find this dude before he axes himself? Jesus. Suddenly Emilie's story is kind of a
shadow-like
banger.
figure ran in the direction of the elevator, and my partner immediately chased after them.
Hell yeah, guess what, goobers?
where in the world did he go? Let's ask the merchants nearby.
Berbere, you must tell me everything you know!
A ghost! It's a ghost!
It's all right. Please, calm down and take a deep breath. Can you tell us
Honestly,
what you
just the
saw?
fact that he's cowering means we're probably going the right direction.
I saw a black shadow. It ran right past me.
I love the idea that nobody wears cloaks enough to the point that whenever anyone in Sumeru sees a dark shadow, it has to be a ghost first. Honestly, peak.
How could something like that happen in broad daylight?
It's alright, Berbere, we'll get to the bottom of it, don't worry. You dummy thought it was a fucking ghost. This is terrifying! Like I'm gonna be able to help you with that, buddy boo. Bum, bum. I am a small child. Huh? Oops. Alright.
Don't come any closer!
Oh, sorry. It's just me, don't worry about it. God, everyone is so spooky.
If we go any further, we'll be out of Port Ormos.
Bum, bum, ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
It's all right. I can detect a faint whiff of the scent from here.
This is
I
the...
would say he passed by this location not too long ago.
If Genshin wasn't Warren Coward, she would be a dog, okay? I'm just saying.
It's this way. Please, follow me.
Genshin team, get some Zenless Zone Zero variety in your models, and then we'll talk. It's this way. Oh, I have to climb up the goddamn hill? No, I don't! I'm in Sumeru! Please be easy. Please be easy. Oh god, it's not gonna be easy. Oh, there's a fucking... There's still a Dendroculus around here somewhere? Damn. Man, this crazy old fuck sure can't climb. He was not nearly as... Was he nearly as frail as he was pretending to
The
be?
scent is getting stronger. This must be the place.
A domain!
I'm the video game boy.
Hey,
I'm the one who wins.
Welcome, Nova. How are you doing? Hey, you guys think I got Dendro and Pyro covered? Hey, these two elements that are unironically your mains, yeah, you need those. Okay, thanks, Genshin. Love to see it. Are you not supposed to be in your D&D right now? Your dojo game? Oh, did it get canceled? Dang. Or did you just come to see me?
Oh!
Oh, what name did you just say at me?
Are you alright? Were you attacked?
Nah, this old fuck was just so fast.
I was just chasing after that figure, and then all of a sudden, I didn't feel so hot.
Oh god, he's susceptible to elemental energies.
The air definitely feels heavy. It smells nice, but for some reason, it's hard to
For
breathe.
some reason.
This feeling, I've encountered it before.
Everything looks all right. It was probably just the stress of the chase, combined with the impact of the environment. A bit of rest would do you some good.
But guess what? This environment
can't
fucking
rest.
sucks.
Mr. Edgar is still in there. He taught my sister how to make perfume. He's a good man. I can't just abandon him to die by Curia's hand.
Well,
Ooze, you need to calm down and listen to me. Edgar is the one we're after. He and Curia are the same person.
But how is that possible?
Don't worry about it, buddy. We'll
Curia
explain
was
it
in
to
his
you
30s.
later.
Mr. Edgar is 70-something. Changing your appearance to look decades older, that doesn't seem possible.
No, it's
That's
not.
precisely
No.
why he had to resort to extraordinary measures to age himself.
A delusion.
Curia used a delusion to bring back the Auguste flower, corroding his body in the process.
Oh god, this
Just
is
like
a
his
Tepe
older
2 moment. Oh, jeez.
He couldn't have. Mr. Edgar has been in Port Ormos for years. If someone started impersonating him all of a sudden, we would have noticed.
Unless you're
And
stupid.
what if the impersonation started before he ever set foot in Sumeru?
Now consider
I've yet
that.
to confirm it, but I suspect Curia killed the real Edgar in Fontaine not long after his release from prison. While
Oh,
Edgar was incarcerated, Curia started making preparations to replace him, including forcefully aging his body, studying perfumery, and planning the real Edgar's demise.
damn.
The new Edgar then decided to relocate to Sumeru, seemingly out of an innocuous desire to let go of the past. He even left perfume making in favor of mentoring students. But these decisions were all for a specific purpose: the need to distance himself from anyone who might see through the facade.
Jesus
And Sumeru
Christ.
fit the bill to a T.
That's
With no one
crazy.
around to question his identity. All he had to do was grow a beard, don a pair of glasses, make a few minor alterations to his appearance, and everyone would believe he was exactly who he claimed: Edgar, a perfumer from Fontaine.
Terrifying,
As the
thank
years
you.
went by, he
New
learned
fear
his
unlocked.
disguise little by little and continued to refine his skills. It would have been a gradual process, one that ensured no one around him would notice anything unusual.
That explains why Sylvain said he barely recognized Edgar back at the hotel. He aged himself decades beyond his years just so he could accomplish his revenge. Is that even worth it?
Paimon, only he can answer that, I'm gonna be honest.
I need to find Mr. Edgar. He's not that kind of person. He can't be.
You get to fucking rest,
What you
dipshit.
really need is to get out of here and rest.
Get his ass, Sheriff.
I can keep going.
Don't.
This environment is likely being influenced by the delusion. Any discomfort, no matter how slight, should not be treated lightly.
Get his ass,
I
Kale.
know how to relieve your symptoms, Mr. Ooze. Please come with me and rest.
Mr. Ooze.
I'm sure Kyria... No, Edgar wouldn't want any more innocent people implicated in all this.
I'm sure neither of them would
College.
want anything.
The Traveler and I will take things from here. From our brief exposure to a goose, it would seem the substance has little effect on us.
Hooray!
This leads me to believe those blessed with a vision or capable of wielding elemental power are more resistant
I'm the
to
second,
effects of
hi.
abnormal elemental energy. In other words, this environment doesn't pose as much of a risk to us. Actually,
All
now
you
that I
normies
think
get out of
about it,
here.
this stronghold likely has multiple points of entry. If the target were to escape from a different point of entry, that might allow
Excuse
him
me?
to evade capture.
And he's running away as we
I
speak.
hate to trouble you, but we need people to survey the perimeter.
Oh, get over it, Ooze. You can still
Thanks.
be useful.
Hear that? We're heading out. There's work to be done. Ooze, head back to Port Ormos and start gathering
Ooze.
reinforcements.
Love this dude.
Got it.
Traveler, Emilie, Paimon, please be careful.
What if I'm not? What if I'm not careful, Kale?
For someone whose only purpose in life is revenge, there's no telling what they'll do when there's no reason to move forward.
Don't worry.
Are we good?
This isn't the end. Not for us or for Kyria.
Oh, I'm about to make it Kyria's end if you let me. I can kill him so
We're
fast.
not going to let a goose kill anyone else. It's time for the mythos to fade into obscurity.
Hooray! I will do so by killing a dude. Okay, yeah. Polearm user. Okay. Alright, Genshin, what'd you give me to work with? Ooh. I love that the blessings include Emilie this time around. That's hilarious, actually. Weapons? Oh, damn. That is a really pretty fucking polearm, though.
That's why a lot of people
Damn. And Noblesse. Okay. We done know Noblesse. We go this way. And man, she is really pretty. I just have no use for her. I don't know anybody that was really excited to pull for her. I just know everyone was kind of confused.
Monsters? Perhaps they were attracted here by the increased level of elemental energy.
What a perfect excuse to get to test the new character. Uh-huh.
Can't see?
Can't see.
I've never seen these scenes before.
What the fuck?
They must also have been created with the power of a delusion.
What
it
the
seems
fuck?
to be avoiding us, and there's no other way forward. Perhaps we could try luring it to the edge of the cliff.
What the fuck kind of, huh? I have a seed of social anxiety, and that means it makes a bridge. I've never been so confused by any introduction to a mechanic in my life. Thanks for trying to make it work, but no. It will not. Wahoo! Bunk, bunk. Wahoo!
Whoa, look at all the Auguste flowers!
Wait, those are Auguste flowers?
So many of them. I can't believe a single person did all this.
Also, there's a
Must have
big
taken
one.
A lot of time.
I feel like we're really
I fear
ignoring
that
the big
statement is
one.
Truer than you know, Paimon. Using a delusion comes at a cost. Not just time, but the time you have left to live.
Oh, no. We're so aware, Emilie.
Need this many Auguste flowers.
We were there in Inazuma, actually. We know the cost. Trust me, babe.
He only needed a few bottles of Auguste to carry out his plan, right?
Until he kills all of
Perhaps
Fontaine.
hatred wasn't the only emotion fueling his obsession with Auguste.
It was Obsession by Calvin Klein.
Not long ago, he told me he didn't want all the flowers transported to Sumeru to wither away in a foreign land. But Kiria betrayed Snezhnaya, abandoned Fontaine, and lived his entire life in Sumeru under the guise of someone else. For someone with nowhere to call home, perhaps dying among a bed of Auguste flowers just like his sister is the best
Oh,
homecoming
he's
he
got
could
such
ask
a humble
for.
little house, too. Wait, how are we back outside already? That don't make no sense. Hey, can I have a flower? Can I steal a flower? I would love a flower, actually. Oh, chest! Why can I go this way? Does that mean there's no one at his house? Or did they just misjudge how far to make the thingy? Also, man, what a cute little house! Which means we go this way! Ooh, more mushrooms! Sup, duders? Do you guys like mushrooms? Hey, bitch! Get burned, idiots! Damn. Hey, at least get back in the AoE where you belong. Oh, I was forced to run this way when I decided to sprint. Alright, cool. I mean... yeah, she's cool, but she's not much different. Her AoE is much smaller than I thought it would be, I'm gonna be honest. Go this way? Go this way. Which way? You go this way. Do it, you won't. Pussy. Do it, go that way. Go this way. I don't like the lights. Alright, cool. Hey, no, no. Get over here.
A plant that destroys seeds.
Hmm.
Huh. Quite the ecological marvel. Let's head back
Well,
to the
that's
base
not
for
what
the
I
seeds first
wanted. Great, now it's a puzzle. Now you go dish. No, now you go dish way. Now you go dish way. Now you go dish way. And now you go dish way. And now you go straight. Hooray! And then you don't get destroyed by the bullshit. We love to see it. Also, damn. That fucking gap on her dress. I kind of just wish it was a whole dress, I'm gonna be honest. Like, you don't need the sexy slit to get people interested, because it didn't do any of that shit. So you may as well have just made it whole. You can just straight see lingerie
We're almost at the
through
end.
her dress. Come on, guys. Ugh. Poor Emilie, she could have been a really unique character. Well, I mean, she is, but like... I don't know. She still feels a little potatoes.
The scent of flowers is getting stronger. We're almost at the end.
Uh-oh, he can hear us.
Did they catch up that fast?
Yeah, we didn't delusion ourselves.
My strength is just waning.
Stop using a delusion, you fuck! Dummy.
But it doesn't matter. This is far enough.
Oh shit! Uh-oh. He getting a little delusional again. Oh! We're doing this! Oh, okay, cool! Kayla backstory, anyone?
This is a garden of Auguste flowers.
Uh-oh.
But it's not mine. It's the one that was set on fire all those years ago in Fontaine. Yelena?
Oh no, it's trauma! It's trauma time! Rip to the new guy!
You tried to hide it from me, but I always understood. The reason why you continued to use the delusion. The reason why you set your garden on fire.
Jesus.
It was all because of me.
Huh?
I shouldn't have listened to you that day. I shouldn't have taken the Mora and ran.
Oh, so it's your fault.
By the time I realized something wasn't right, there was nothing left. The flowers were gone. And so were you. I know I'm almost 20 years too late. I should have come looking for you earlier. I should have...
Homie.
I should have died with you that day.
Oh, well, that's not... We don't need to say that.
Yelena?
Oh, dip?
Yelena!
Oh, shit! She said you done fucked up! She said, homie, dumb!
No! Don't leave me!
Bye-bye!
Yelena!
Not the little wave, damn! Dip, that's 2 deaths we've seen today. How about that, chat? Oh god, not another one of these POVs.
Emilie?
Okay, good.
I'm alive.
I'm alive!
No, that's not possible. I saw her. Yelena. We were together.
And I took you away!
That was an illusion, likely brought about by the residual toxin in your body coupled with the pollen in the air, neither of which are fatal.
Damn, she really said you can't even do it to yourself, right?
No. The amount of Auguste I drank, it should have been enough.
I'm sorry to say this, but, it was fake.
A fake? But how?
We figured out who you were pretty quickly.
We started making the preparations last night with one goal in mind. To create a perfect accord.
Oh?
The accord is the basis of perfume making,
the product in its most primitive form. Ambergris mixed with cedar wood,
Ooh.
rounded out with a base note.
We get
of
this art
agarwood.
style again. Oh, she's so cute!
Versus the scent of leather?
Exactly. We're unable to extract essential oils from leather, but by combining other raw materials, we can recreate its essence. That is the purpose of an accord.
Damn.
Does that mean you can recreate any scent in the whole world?
I'm afraid not.
Gosh, she's so cute though!
Certain fragrances in this world are simply one of a kind. That quality is what draws people in and fuels their obsessions.
What a little duder!
If I wear a goose to the ball, I'll also be one of a kind.
Our competitor already got their hands on it.
It doesn't matter how much it costs. I have to buy something better.
Ooh. Uh-oh.
This fragrance will be one of a kind, no more. Myths can be deconstructed. Miracles can be recreated.
What the
All
fuck?
it takes is skill, experience, limitless exploration, and a little patience.
Damn! Got the ass.
The only thing left is determining where the real Auguste is hidden. Pretending to be attacked means he's not free to move around. Auguste must be hidden within reach.
Paimon took a peek through the window earlier and his house was packed with flowers.
The curator commissioned a flower pot from Kasharawar, capable of retaining heat and moisture.
Ooh.
Perfumes are as beautiful as flowers, and equally as delicate. When stored, you must take care to control the temperature and keep them away from direct sunlight. Did you get all that, Emilie?
Yeah!
I got it.
Oh, dip? She's got it. Dip.
Did you hear? Someone was attacked again last night.
So, Sylvain is dead. Is that right?
Yes, Master.
She done knowed.
You switched the bottles of Auguste, and then lied to me about Sylvain's death.
Convincing you that your revenge had been completed was the easiest way to get you to let down your guard.
You right.
Impossible. Even if you found a way to switch out the bottles, there's no way you could have made an accord.
But I did.
If Auguste was so easy to replicate, Yelena wouldn't.
Well,
It was a combination of rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those ingredients would have conflicted with each other if you tried to combine them in the past.
Huh?
But recently, we found a way for them to work together.
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias.
So haven't you heard? Perfuming has
Auguste was created
has
over 10 years
advanced.
ago. All this time, people never stopped analyzing it, never stopped trying to recreate it. Perfumery techniques are advancing day by day. We found better ways to extract essential oils, separate oils and fats. We even discovered new ways to combine fragrances together.
Which is impressive.
The mythos surrounding Auguste may have been untouchable almost 20 years ago, but now it's time for it to become a thing of the past.
Because you done fucked up.
You've been working as a perfumer for all these years.
It's time to
You
turn
should
it
have
cheap.
always known that it is possible to make an accord, even if only in theory. But the meaning you assigned to Auguste became so inflated, you allowed
buddy.
yourself to get lost in it. Just like the perfume mania that captivated the public all those years ago.
I mean, and his dead sister,
It
so, you know,
believed
there's
in
that
its
too.
divinity and grandeur. You believed it was entirely one of a kind.
But in the process, you forgot that it was a bottle of perfume, nothing more. His sister died about it, guys. Can we handle this a little more tactfully?
Your obsession with Auguste is also what allowed us to predict how you intended your plan to end, and to make preparations in advance.
Damn.
We just didn't expect it to happen so fast.
Or that you would activate the delusion. Oh, I don't like that laugh.
Well, you hit the nail on the head now, didn't you?
We tend to do so.
Sylvain isn't dead.
No, he is. Oh, dip.
Since you've been preparing your accord since last night, I assume you've also figured out my method, then. That means the news of Sylvain's death. The crowd gathered outside the hotel this morning. It was all an act you put on with the sheriff.
I mean, the crowd may not have them. People are just fucking nosy, but you know.
Yes. If we hadn't, you might have resorted to the delusion out of desperation.
Desperado.
Or continued to use your spirit borneal and a goose combination to wreak havoc.
Who knows?
You'll poison all of
Maybe I
Bornormos.
just off to myself then and there.
Sir,
I know if you had things
please.
your way, you would carry the truth of Edgar's demise and the secrets of this garden to the grave, but I'm sorry, Master. I don't want to see any more death. Sylvain only inhaled a small amount of poison. He's being detained as we speak. All
Get
the crimes
arrested,
he concealed
idiot.
Back then will be exposed in a court of law for everyone to see, and all his secrets will be revealed. The same goes for you as well.
Damn.
Is that so? Well, I suppose I'll be spending the rest of my days in a prison cell then.
Someone kick the delusion away from him. Go!
Kinda fast.
Well, yeah, Paimon, what else is he gonna fucking do? His sister's dead, his plan failed, he's old and sucks. Like, what else has he got?
I don't feel the need to justify my actions, nor do I intend to repent for them.
I mean, that's fair.
I did what I set out to do. I may have lost in the end.
But in the
But
end...
it was my choice every step of the way. And if I could do it all
There we
over
go.
again... But there's no going back, is there?
Dip.
Careful, everyone. This environment is dangerous. I'll lead the way.
Hurry, kill him!
Stick close and hurry up. We can't let Edgar die.
Looks like I'm almost out of time. Although, I do have one final question, Emilie.
Of course, Master.
Ooh, scusi.
The combination you used to make your accord. How did you figure it out?
It's whatever made
The
Paimon
scent
sneeze the
of the goose is
most.
complex and varied, yet the main ingredient consists of a single variety of flower. So, as I was analyzing the sample yesterday,
This is way too
I got to
logistical for
thinking,
how sad this is
what if
supposed
the
to be.
scent of the auguste flower was already imbued with that complexity during its cultivation?
You're saying Yelena designed Auguste to have the scent of multiple flowers.
Don't most perfumes have that? I mean, call me mistaken, but like, don't a lot of perfumes use multiple sources?
Rainbow roses, glazed lilies, Cecilias. The perfumers of the past knew that if you combine their essential oils directly, they would just cancel each other out. It was a conundrum they could never solve. But if you cultivate a new flower species that intrinsically carries the unique features of those three scents, you can bypass that issue entirely. It goes without saying that for that time, this idea was a stroke of genius.
Rainbow roses, glaze lilies, and Cecilias. Those really do seem like flowers you would choose, Yelena.
Aww. Huh. Neat. Kiria accepts his fate without saying a word. Cool. Game? What the hell? Why am I at 999 ping? Are we good? Hey Twitch, are we still here? I wonder if our Okay, we're good again? God, I fucking hope so. Yeah, it looks like it. Okay, cool. Glad to still be here. Jesus. And thus all the turmoil caused by Auguste finally comes to an end. A few weeks later, you receive a letter from Emilie inviting you to catch up in Fontaine. Now we get to go back to France! Keep your appointment on the second floor. Alright. No need to hit me with the fancy jargon of keeping my appointments. Français. Whoops. I have thrown the child into the wall.
Miss Emily's releasing a new perfume.
Oh.
Right. I heard about that. I think it's called Yelena.
Oh, that's very sweet of her. But damn.
Seems like everyone in Fontaine is talking about the new perfume you're releasing.
Like damn! I'm surprised they're not lining up at our table for
I was hoping to
autographs.
release it without such a fuss, but the news spread way faster than I expected. I just hope it won't become the source of some new myth, especially after all the work we did to demystify Auguste.
About this perfume, did you use the accord from back in Sumeru?
I did, although I made a few modifications to the formula to make the scent more pleasant and long-lasting. I actually brought a few samples with me today. I hope they're to your liking.
Ooh,
Also,
is it
I was hoping you could
poisonous?
Try out the fragrance before I officially release it and tell me your thoughts.
Aww.
Of course! A good sense of taste and sense of smell go hand in hand, you know? Just leave it to Paimon!
God damn it, Paimon. This is very different from food. Hey, if you start sneezing again, we know it works. Ooh.
Oh, it smells great!
So, can we be a little bit more critical in our feedback, Paimon?
It's alright. All feedback is worth considering.
Maybe not all of it, but I understand.
Besides, when it comes to perfume, commenting on whether it smells good is the most straightforward assessment you can ask for. There doesn't always have to be a deeper meaning.
There must always be a different meaning. You need to push so that people can move forward. I'm just saying. Actual critical critique might be useful here. And, fucking Kiria's final question, by the way.
Do those flowers have some special meaning? Hearing their names seemed to have an effect on him.
They're cool flowers, what can I say?
If I had to guess, I'd say it probably has something to do with the language of flowers.
We're touching on language of flowers in the end game of the story quest?
Before, Paimon remembers hearing something like, the Cecilia represents the true feelings of the prodigal son?
What each flower is said to represent varies by person and across different moments in history. The same is true for the flowers that make up the scent of Auguste. After returning to Fontaine, I did some research, and it turns out the meanings of those 3 flowers can be reassembled to form a single phrase.
Fuck you.
Forget the past and keep on living. Perhaps that's the legacy Yelena always intended, not the nobility and grandeur most people associate with Auguste.
Or maybe that's just what she hoped for her brother?
You think Kiria knew about that?
Maybe.
I paid him a visit before his trial and explained what I found, but he didn't seem to care.
He probably may not have fucking believed you, I'm gonna be honest.
Maybe she didn't mean anything by it at all. That was his response.
Or, you know...
Yelena is gone. We'll never know what she was thinking. We can look for meaning all we want, but it'll never be anything but conjecture.
Show Nouvellette.
Even if that is what she was trying to say, I would never be able to forget her.
Damn.
Avenging her death? That was the meaning I chose for my life. Kiria cultivated his revenge like a flower. He was committed to making it bloom, even if in the end, it didn't bear the fruit he was hoping for.
Why are we dramatically saying his name?
In any case, he did want me to pass along his thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. You know, I'm a therapist on the side, apparently. Jesus.
Thank you for saving my life. For giving me the chance to learn that Auguste could have carried a very different meaning. Love and hatred are a privilege of the living.
That's a cool line, I'm gonna be honest.
When someone dies, their thoughts, feelings, and intentions die with them. In that sense, what Auguste truly represents in the language of flowers will forever remain a mystery.
All
But
okay.
even if it's only a conjecture, I would like to believe my own interpretation. The meaning we give to flowers, the symbolism we assign to our perfumes, they're constantly twisted and exploited in our imperfect world. And yet, at the very outset, they're born from the simplest and most beautiful desires we hold in our heart.
You right. Damn. Aight. Hooray! We did the quest! Yay! Now I'm just sad and distraught. And honestly, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. I know I was gonna do the limited event. Maybe. But, now I don't think I want to. I'ma be honest. Especially since I know there's no, like, real voice lines in it or anything. I think it's safe to say we can just end stream here.